let's go. What the fuck do we even start with? The fuck? Oh no!
Applesauce, bitch.
God. All right, what the fuck is up, y'all? Fucking first episode on the fucking Horsemen podcast. Oh my god, please stop. All right, so what we doing today? Talking about the Venom movie. We got a good thing. Some are short, some are long. We're gonna try to make this thing go by as good as we can. So, Venom movie. Let's talk about that shit.
Yeah, what about it?
Let's see. Well, the first one.
The first Venom movie?
Is no. Hold on. Hold on. Trying to hold on. Just follow along with what I'm saying. First movie just plummeted with critic reviews as always. You know, critics are just pieces of shit and whatnot. It's a whole disaster.
I don't listen to the critic reviews.
And then as for the what is it? Fucking the Metacritic reviews. That was what it is. Fucking skyrocketed, dude. And the same thing almost happened with the second one, which is the one we're gonna talk about. Only this time the reviews were actually good. They were around 60, and for the Metacritic they were around 80, I think. I'm not gonna bother checking.
Venom 1 is still better than Venom 2. Though.
Venom 2 is definitely
Venom 2 was a downgrade, but it wasn't bad.
It was alright. It's just
they really made a mistake and shorted out Woody Harrelson with a shitty role.
Oh yeah, but he had the drip, bro.
He did have the drip. He was fucking shamming.
My man was shamming. He had the, what is it?
But he saw that car. He's like, "Ooh, red, goddamn."
His ass was like some kind of fucking kid on the loose.
Yeah,
it's like a third grader.
Woody Harrelson did his best as per usual.
Yeah,
he gave a great performance, but they gave him shitty parts. Like
like
the whole psycho. You don't really see him. He acts like a psychopath, but we never see him be one. Besides the scene where he stomps in the cash register guy, that's about it.
That's it. Because then for the rest of the movie, he's just like some third grader in the cringy, weird, strange relationship.
He's got like the.
I mean, you'd be like, okay, you know, it's kind of cute, you know, this dude's in love and everything. It's like probably some Bonnie and Clyde type shit. It's like some Bonnie and Clyde type shit. No, it's just Bonnie and Bonnie.
Yeah.
The fuck? This is garbage we're talking about. You guys fucking
not shitting on Woody Harrelson.
No,
I love Woody Harrelson, but they didn't give him. They let him do his best. Anyways,
you should have. Oh yeah, you remember when he was in the fucking premiere?
Oh yeah.
In Zombieland, he's like in fucking pajamas or something.
Yeah.
No. It was Hunger Games. He came with fucking pajamas, and then in the fucking Venom Let There Be Carnage premiere, my man was.
He was shamming. Right. Tom Hardy per usual.
Great, you know.
I like most of the things he's in. Well, we got Mad Max was a shit movie.
Mad Max was not shit.
No, Fury Road.
All of them were good. All of them have great reviews from everyone. Critics.
When you compare it to the original ones they made, the original 3, it's not as good.
It's not as good, but
I
it's
didn't say
still
it's a
good.
shit movie, but for a Mad Max movie,
it's the new look. It's like that new chapter that you read, you enjoy, and then you just
Tom Hardy and that one dude that spray painted his tongue silver. They did good.
Oh yeah, they did.
I can't remember his name. Just what a day.
Yeah,
what a lovely day.
That dude is like in the fucking X-Men movies as fucking Beast. I forgot his name. Man, I'm gonna look it up now.
My favorite Tom Hardy roles of all time will, in this order, be Bane. Then we're gonna go to the fuckers from Legend.
Then Reggie and Ronald Trey.
Yeah, and then we're gonna get Eddie Brock, and then Mad Max. No, and I can't remember much other roles besides that.
No, for me, my number one favorite, I actually can't decide on. But I don't have favorites. I don't rank them shits. I don't be like, oh, his name is Nicholas Hoult. The fuck?
Who?
Nicholas.
Oh, the guy that does the
Warm Bodies. I forgot about that movie.
That was a movie. It was
Jack the Giant Slayer. That sounds like one of those movies. The title makes it look like it's one of those movies that went straight to DVD.
Yeah, it came out in 2013. That came out.
Mad Max and all right, let's not get into that. Shit. Anyways, right. So Tom Hardy, amazing. I mean, come on. You have
he's
Revenant.
Fucking Tom Hardy.
Yeah, he's fucking Tom Hardy.
Oh yeah, there we go. Revenant. That
was the only movie he was nominated an award for.
He killed it in that movie. Same with DiCaprio. Well, we can't even bring DiCaprio in this question. He kills every role.
He kills every role, dude.
I've never seen a DiCaprio role I haven't liked. Same with Tom. Same with Tom Hardy and Woody
Tom Hardy's just fucking amazing. You don't ever see those two dudes do a bad. I mean, they may be in a bad movie, but they never. They always deliver. That's the thing.
Like the second Zombieland movie was kind of but Woody Harrelson was. Being Woody Harrelson.
That was funny. What do you expect? Right, but that's apparently supposed to be another sequel for Zombie.
Is another one coming out?
Apparently.
I don't think I'm going to see it because I didn't like the last one. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was like kind of weak.
But
The T-1000 joke was always funny.
You have to remember, it's not always about just because one sequel is bad, the next one is going to be bad. Because
if you look at it, it's the sequel trilogy. They're all bad, but The Force Awakens is good for Star Wars. The Force Awakens good, Last Jedi bad, and then
dude, it's just a remake.
I know I'm saying for their sequels of it goes good, bad, slightly better.
Kevin Smith even put it there. He's like, what do you call
Kevin
a guy? You know, a bunch of guys trying to stop the guy with the black mask to stop a very big robotic planet. Star Wars, no. The Force Awakens. That's literally what it is.
There's no original ideas. It is just a reboot or a remake, and it's awful.
And I was like, bro, this is so much like it. You have your mentor, or the one who knows the most about the villain, Obi-Wan, and you have Han Solo.
The only problem is they didn't have any really good characters besides Han Solo.
They fucking threw Finn in the fucking trash.
I feel bad for John Boyega.
Dude, they wasted so much of his time. You know how many other movies he could have been in?
I feel because I was excited for Finn from the trailers. I thought
you see him with the lightsaber. You have posters with the lightsaber,
and he holds it one time in the entire trilogy.
Like I'm watching these trailers. I'm obsessing over them, and I'm seeing the posters, and I'm like,
how long ago did Force Awakens come out?
2015.
2015.
That was Christmas 2015.
I was young.
I was a sixth grader, bro.
We were in sixth grade, and I was still excited for it.
My fucking obsession for Star Wars had just started, and I'm like, oh, there's a new Star Wars movie coming out. I'm like, holy shit, this is awesome, you know?
Well, and then the movie comes out. It's also coming from someone who also worships the prequel trilogy.
I mean, that's the thing.
I worship the prequel trilogy.
That's the thing that I feel is the big problem, because you see people try to rate these things, but they always bring up the older things or the nostalgia. This happens with Dragon Ball fans too. You ask them about the manga, what they think about it, and they'll always say it's so nostalgic. Dude,
I don't feel nostalgia when I watch the Star Wars movies, though. I feel like they're trying to nostalgia bait, I don't feel it because
that's exactly my point.
I didn't grow up watching the original trilogy. I was born born the year Revenge of the Sith came out.
No, but that's exactly the point. When people will talk about these kinds of things, they'll always bring up their nostalgia, and that's not what it's about.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a new movie. Try to keep your nostalgia out of it. Try to keep everything out of it, and just go in there. Force Awakens, that's it. Don't bring up or compare
these
it to anybody
kids
else.
that have never seen Star Wars before, they don't know what good movies, bad movies are. They've never seen Star Wars before. They see the Force Awakens and all that. They think it's amazing. They're gonna go back and watch the prequel trilogy and think it's shit. Until they're old enough to realize what good movies and good writing is, they're gonna realize, oh, the writing on this one is the exact same as the ones that came out in the 70s.
Yeah, it's literally just recycled.
Oh, look at this! Revenge of the Sith is the best Star Wars movie ever made.
Right.
Oh, look, Rogue One. Oh, Rogue One. Oh my God.
Rogue One is just, James Gunn declared it as one of the best prequels of all.
Yeah, it's technically a prequel.
Yeah, that's
what it happens before.
That and Better Call Saul. There was a bunch of other. Oh, Internal Affairs 3 as well.
I don't think I saw that.
And you know what Internal Affairs is?
I know what Internal Affairs is.
It's what inspired The Departed. It was like some Tokyo movie. Not a Tokyo. It was like a Japanese film or something like that. Oh, The Departed, bro.
Oh, fucking DiCaprio, Uncle Ben DiCaprio, Matt Damon, Mark Wahlberg, and he's not even there the entire movie.
Fucking Mark Wahlberg's gonna be in it. He's a fucking
he was there, but he wasn't there the entire movie. He was there. Dude, he evaluated him, got sent on leave, and then shot Matt Damon in the face.
Yeah, dude, he's a fucking cop in Boston. There's no way he's not gonna be in it.
It's any movie there's a cop in Boston, you must be marking.
He's like, you want to get yourself killed? Yeah, we're gonna get you the fucking bagpipes and everything. My God, bro, what is it with you?
And then we got Uncle Ben from The Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, his ass got thrown off the roof, bro. His ass just boom. I was like,
it was crazy.
And dude, somebody actually found out that fucking DiCaprio was the rat in that movie, but that dude died right away too. He's like,
he got shot in the head stepping out of the end of the elevator.
Yeah, he was just like, I know you're the rat.
That was such a fucking beautiful headshot too. You would have thought Tarantino made that shot. The way he gets shot in the head and it paints the entire fucking elevator.
No. Tarantino, when you have a gunshot with Tarantino,
it's an explosion.
Your head's gonna get fucking blown out.
Let's take for example the beginning of Django Unchained when he hits him with the shotgun.
Ace's fucking head just.
When he shoots the horse and the other dude, their heads explode too. Not to the magnification of that, but still.
Jesus Christ, bro! Like, come on. I think the last if there's anything that hasn't happened to that like, have you seen Taxi Driver? Right when Travis
Taxi driver,
Travis is gonna go after Iris, and
I remember got the guy in a fucking hole in
he
his
shoots
hand.
the guy's fucking fingers off. He's like,
He puts a hole in the one's
yeah,
hand.
he puts a fucking hole right there.
Oh, do you remember that tweet saying, I always thought Spider-Man Homecoming was a modern-day taxi driver?
Oh my
Have you ever seen
God.
Taxi Driver?
Have you
No,
seen Taxi
why?
Driver? No. Why would
That's
you
a
say
fucking
that?
that's a certified Twitter moment
Dude,
right there.
what
There's
the
no
fuck?
why. Have you ever seen Taxi Driver? No. Why?
Motherfucker be like, who
How
am
would,
I
how would you know
kid?
who was a modern-day taxi driver if you never fucking seen it?
Oh my God. Right. But like, I mean, if we're gonna start talking Scorsese films,
Yeah.
I personally think Taxi Driver is top tier better. It's
This
awesome.
top tier.
For
I
me.
like most of his movies. I wouldn't rank Taxi Driver as the top tier. I think just for
I like
the ones I enjoy, I'm putting Wolf of Wall Street.
I
up
like
there
it
'cause it's
myself,
fucking
yeah.
funny.
I mean, there hasn't
Is
always
any
been
of
a
this
bad
legal? Absolutely fucking not.
Like, look, for me, I think my favorite Scorsese movies are Taxi Driver, Wolf of Wall Street, The Goodfellas, and The Irishman was good.
Yeah, I haven't seen all the Irishman, but I've seen
And
most of it. I enjoyed it.
The Departed. I mean, but usually these
God.
are usually, you know, your 5 ones that you're like, oh, you know, these are good. You know,
Speaking
everybody
of
watch them.
speaking of Scorsese and Wolf of Wall Street, so I told you how originally when they were talking to Jordan Belfort about the movie deal,
Mhm.
it was going to be either him or Brad Pitt,
Yeah.
and the reason DiCaprio sold it to him, or he sold him like, oh, we're gonna choose DiCaprio, is because DiCaprio hit Jordan Belfort up. He's like, I'm gonna get Scorsese on this, and he's like, fuck it, you're in. And then so those two were like best friends for like months trying to do the movie, to the point where DiCaprio's dad came downstairs one day to find Jordan Belfort and DiCaprio on the ground doing the scene where he had the lemon quaaludes on the ground.
And he was like on the fucking.
They were just sprawled out on the ground.
The cerebral palsy face thing.
Yeah, but his dad walks down the stairs like, "What the fuck are you two doing?"
Motherfucker walks in like so.
Because they didn't know they were reenacting a scene. They thought the two having like a seizure or something like that.
Oh no, but like you know, like those movies are usually ones that most people can first think of, and you know, they're good ones. Either way, there's a reason why they're there. They're good, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still the Raging Bull. You know why that movie was in black and white?
They couldn't afford color.
No. What? No. What the fuck?
Well,
no.
that's how Clerks went. They couldn't afford color ears, so Clerks was all in black and white.
No, the
That's
reason why the Raging Bull was in black and white was because Scorsese thought it was going to be his last movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
It wasn't. It was far from it, bro. He's still making movies today.
Yeah.
Ridley Scott, he's like 80 as well, and that dude has 2 movies coming out this year.
The final duel.
The last duel. It comes out tonight.
Yeah.
And
I'm probably gonna bootleg it.
And then there's the House of Gucci.
That one actually, I wasn't interested in seeing it at first. Now I'm like interested in seeing the trailer.
Well,
I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
I went with Noah the other week to go see Venom again, and I saw the trailer. I was like, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that trailer is fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, you want to be Gucci, you have to dress Gucci, and then this Jared Leto, it is chic.
He's like that. He's doing the Catholic cross.
Father, house, and son. No, and House
of Gucci.
Dude, I was like, bro, please. But yo, like, it's like it's House of Gucci. I mean, it's based off the book, obviously.
Oh,
there's a book written on it.
One of the things we were going to talk about tonight was DC, and I just bring up now, but I
it?
saw a tweet notification that says Robert Pattinson been getting paid to be weird for like 10 years now.
Good for him.
Good for him. That's what he's been doing for the 10 years now.
Fucking awesome though.
Yeah, he's been getting paid to do
like
weird.
I think if I'm not wrong, one of the first few roles that he landed that was like noticed by a lot of people.
Twilight.
No, it was Harry Potter. He was a Cedric Diggory, that one kid who got himself killed in that whole tournament thing.
I never watched any of the Harry Potter. I read the book. I read one of the books. I didn't have an interest in it.
Which one was it?
It was the first book. I didn't have any interest in it. I can't even remember the.
I liked it myself. It was pretty cool.
I was never into the wizards and shit like that. Unless we're talking like Lord of the Rings stuff like that.
Dude,
and even then, I couldn't.
I still have to read The Hobbit, dude.
That's a long book,
dude. No, The Hobbit. The Hobbit's pretty short. The
Lord
of the Rings.
Which one am I thinking?
Actually, no. The Lord of the Rings is also long. Basically, it kind of is, but it's been separated in. Look, the only reason why some people have been able to get through it is because it's been split into 3 parts.
Oh yeah.
So that way it's easier to get through.
The first Lord of the Rings came out during World War One.
Yeah.
Yeah, when was it?
No, that was The Hobbit. The Hobbit was in the 30s. And then the Lord of the Rings followed up because The Hobbit was one of the first few books that
Oh, I'm thinking of the 30s. I got my fucking dates wrong.
Damn, bro, what the fuck? I'm just kidding.
I got my dates wrong. I'm thinking, why did I think I was thinking the 1910s? 1930s. That's like 20 years off.
Right, but
I just remember a line from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Bucky said he read The Lord of the Rings when it was first published.
Yeah, But back to Pattinson. Yeah, it was in the Harry Potter movie, and then
We
you
have
followed
to call the new car the Pattinson mobile.
the Pattinson.
The Pattinson mobile.
Yeah, but anyways, that's the thing. And then afterwards was Twilight. He was like the biggest name in the world and everything. And afterwards, dude, he just talks mad shit about the movie now. I mean, he hated it.
He hated Twilight?
He hated it. He didn't like being, or like, I mean, now he does. It
I can see why though.
It happens with everyone. I mean, dude, that's the only thing he's gotten recognition for. So has Kristen Stewart, and she's been doing a lot of good shit too.
Also, the Christian Bale probably gets that too, where he's only recognized for being Batman, despite having tons of other roles.
Actually, no, he's not really like
but,
that.
But when I think of Christian Bale, I mean to think of Batman.
I mean, when I think of Christian Bale, I think of a lot of things. I think of Patrick Bateman.
I think of American Psycho, or I think of Batman.
Yeah, I think of a lot.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul. But and then that's when Robert Pattinson starts landing the very good roles, like in Good Time. I haven't watched that. Yeah. And I fucking can't even remember half. The Lighthouse with Willem Dafoe. I have to watch that too. I want to watch it.
Just Willem Dafoe.
Oh yeah,
that's the name.
He's like, that's what I couldn't think of earlier. And then now we have him as the new Batman, and Christian Bale is he's up for it,
He said he's interested to see what.
Yeah, he's like
Robert Pattinson can bring.
He's like it's good for him, just don't listen to the naysayers, and it's like he's like look what happened with Heath Ledger. Everybody protested against him, and look where it got him.
Now he's almost everyone's favorite Joker.
He's literally
or he's a staple of good Jokers.
He's like just like one of those very few faces that you first think of when you see the Joker. And
it's either that or Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, and I think it's tomorrow where we get another trailer for the Batman. And I'm quite excited for it myself. Oh shit! I'm gonna start my phone. But that's the thing. Yeah. And then there's also tomorrow's also DC Phantom. So we got Suicide Squad. We got
I cannot wait.
We got the Gotham
Kill
Knights.
The Justice League.
Yeah, we got the Gotham Knights. We have Black Adam being revealed.
Isn't Dwayne Johnson playing Black Adam?
Yeah, he's black. you want someone? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Black Adam is obviously white, but obviously, I mean, why not give it a try? It's become it's 2021. Everybody, you saw that new Cinderella movie where like everyone is like gay or trans or something like that. I mean, I'm not really gonna bring this shit up. I mean, honestly, I don't give a fuck. I didn't even watch the movie. I mean, the only other thing I knew about it was about the James Corden hip thrust in the middle of the street. Dude, that hit the internet like fucking crazy.
I fucking hate that shit. They stopped traffic in the middle of the road. I would have fucking floored my gas pedal so fast.
That's what I kept on seeing, dude.
Like, all you can hear is an engine revving and a thump thump.
Like, instead of that, it's just like, here's your daily news. James Corden and a bunch of other
ran
stars
over in the middle of the street for stopping traffic.
Ran over dumbass. In the middle of the street. And like, dude, oh my god, come on. People got shit to do.
Yeah, like especially where they were doing it too.
You ever heard?
I'm not right. They were doing it in.
It was in the middle of like some kind of road.
I know. I'm trying to think of where they were doing it, but it was like a busy fucking road.
Yeah, that's
like you're lucky no one did run you over because motherfuckers can be impatient. I'm impatient.
I mean, actually, here's the thing: if there's any other reason why nobody would do it, is because these people have money and these people will fucking pay lawyers to sue you, and you're not gonna get anything good out of it.
You can't be sued if you're dead.
So like, come on, like that's the only reason why nobody would do this. I mean, that's a good way of just thinking before you act. But still, it's fucking terrible. But DC fandom tomorrow. I'm most excited for the Gotham Knights, the Batman, and
Suicide Squad.
You know what's sad?
What?
The Batman was supposed to be out 2 weeks ago if it wasn't delayed.
The movie or the trailer?
The movie.
What the fuck?
The trailer came out a year ago.
Oh shit!
It's
been a year.
And it was saying 2021, and then they revealed later the movie's gonna be released
It's not as bullshit as the Boba Fett show. This December 2021, December 29th, 2021. Still 2021. Might as well be fucking 2022 though.
Yeah.
It's 2 days off.
Yeah.
Still stupid. But yeah, I'm excited. I didn't have much hopes for Suicide Squad, the one that came out, and it's right now my favorite DC movie.
Oh yeah.
So I'm excited for the game.
I mean, the game has nothing to do with the movie. But
I know. I'm saying about with my expectations being kind of shattered.
Again, I think,
in a way.
But ever since the movie came out, most people are now more than excited for King Shark, even like the ones who have never watched the movie or known who he was.
Even if he's not if he's not as portrayed as he is in the comics, where in the movie he's kind of a dumb brute. He's not too smart.
He's not.
But in the show, he's a fucking genius. The Harley Quinn show, he's a fucking genius.
Or he's just funny too. He fucking steals a fuck. Like in the show, you remember the cook Takashi? He fucking asked him to cook someone for him.
Yeah.
Like, he bites their head up, and he's like, hey, Takashi, can you make me some kind of sushi out of this?
Yeah.
And Takashi's just scared as shit. He's staring at him like,
I love, speaking of the Harley Quinn show, I love when Mr. Freeze was on there.
oh, yeah. He's
and he had
oh
the girl
my God,
frozen.
it's Beyonce!
He had the girl frozen, and then he's like, oh, we're on some Silence of the Lambs shit here.
Oh, yeah. And
He's like, describe to me how the meat tastes. He's like, oh, we're on some Silence of the Lambs shit here.
oh, dude, Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
Dog, that's like one of those very few movies that got both the actor and supporting actor the Oscars.
Yeah.
Because there was Jodie Foster, who was also in Taxi Driver when she was like, what, 12? And there was also Anthony Hopkins, who around that time was gotten his first Oscar. And then, speaking of which, then like last year, he also got an Oscar for The Father. There's supposed to be a sequel for that called The Son. And they're already working on it, and Anthony Hopkins has also been casted in it. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna sidetrack here a little bit.
Yeah.
People were really fucking upset and like mad as fuck when Chadwick didn't win that Oscar. Like even like Hopkins was just surprised. He was like, "Oh, it's like I won it." And he's like, "Oh, I mean," he's like, "Oh, well, thanks Academy. You know, Chadwick. You know, you're awesome.
Should have been you.
Should have been you or something like. I don't know if it was like should have been you, but hey, you know, dude, you're still awesome. You know, rest in peace.
Like hey, you deserve it.
Yeah, some shit like that. But dude, Jesus Christ, like everybody on the internet was just like, "What the fuck, man?"
Yeah.
Dude, not
well,
everyone
that's how
gets
I was
it.
feeling seeing like
Not everyone gets it, dude. You were lucky he was even nominated. I'm not gonna lie. Either way, what the fuck does the Academy have to do with someone's acting? You see how many people
the awards,
go unnominated. You know Toni Collette from Hereditary, fucking awesome performance. You see American Psycho wasn't nominated. Jack Nicholson in The Shining, not fucking.
And his performance was fucking amazing.
It was.
The Shining is one of my all-time favorite movies.
It is, and you know. It's like fucking.
Despite it having literally nothing to do with the book.
No, and King fucking hated that shit.
Yeah,
he hated it so much.
King was pissed.
Like apparently, you know what I heard?
What?
Apparently, fucking Kubrick would sometimes just dial up like King in the middle of the night, and just ask him the weirdest, dumbest questions of all time, or something like that. He'd just fuck around with him. He'd just troll him on the phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, like just the movie itself was fucking awesome. It's crazy too. You know, compared to the movie, obviously I could see why, you know, some people would prefer the book or something like that. But dude, the movie, masterpiece. You know, it took almost 5 years to fucking make it?
Yeah.
1 year of it was spent on the blood elevator scene.
Yeah,
it took 1 week to set up the entire thing.
They couldn't get it. They had to get it perfect.
It was only 3 takes though.
Yeah, but still, they had to get it perfect,
Yeah,
set up perfectly.
And it took a week.
Well,
to
with that thing,
that
the one thing for the Matrix where the Keanu's behind that pillar, and they're blasting it. He fucked it up, and that costed $40,000 to redo.
But they still they didn't redo it. They just cut that scene right when he slips, and you know, and then they just But
he fucked it up, and it cost them $40,000, and I guess they didn't have that kind of situation.
That's a good thing though. You just work with what you have. Like 1917, when Schofield is running across all that, you know,
battlefield,
he's running across the trenches, and you know, he keeps on falling. But you know, they were like, you know what, Sam was like, you know what, let's just use it. You know, I don't want to keep paying for this shit, and it still looks better. So, and then Sex Education doing that.
I don't know. I don't watch Sex Education.
I heard that they kept. I saw like I was scrolling through I think Instagram. And they're like, hey, look, Sex Education did that one scene from 1917 because one of the kids, dude, it's the kid from fucking Hugo. Martin Scorsese Hugo is in fucking Sex Education. He's running across a field of like in like some kind of gym class, and there's fucking people running across him, and he keeps bumping into them and falling right at the same time too. It's almost synchronized.
Yeah, I haven't watched Sex Education.
I haven't either, but I've kept on.
That's another Netflix show I haven't watched, along with Squid Game.
Yeah, but Sex Education, dude. What the fuck is that?
Someone said that, like, remember that the fucking picture I showed you, like, their top 3 shows of all time, like, non-debatable was Stranger Things. I'll give you that one. That's top 5.
I haven't watched it.
Best one. You gotta watch it. It's pretty good. It's on Netflix.
The Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, I'll give you that one.
The Walking Dead was pretty
season
good.
6.
Up until season 7, actually. Season 6 around the end.
Yeah.
Around the end was when they kept on hearing like the saviors, you know, they're whistling kind of thing. And then obviously, you know, you have your premiere for season 7. If you've read the comics, you know what's coming. If you didn't,
But
anyways,
the third show they said was their best was Sex Education. I was like, really?
What is that?
Like, you motherfucker ain't gonna have Breaking Bad up there?
What the fuck, bro?
Hell, you don't even have Better Call Saul. That's also a great show. The Punisher. Breaking Bad.
But like
both
The
are amazing.
Sopranos.
Oh fuck, The Sopranos.
Oh yeah,
I haven't even finished. I haven't finished The Sopranos.
Dude,
yet. I need to finish it so I can go watch the movie.
Oh yeah, but dude, Breaking Bad, fucking awesome episode.
Yeah.
We should do an episode on that.
Yeah, that's one of the other nights gotta do.
But yeah. Anyways, and then let's talk. Now that we're talking about shows, let's talk about the most talked about show of all time right now. Squid Game.
Despite it being a foreign show, it is the most talked about show I think on the internet.
I mean, usually it doesn't even matter if it's a foreign show or not. You remember Roma? That movie was
Yeah.
talked about a
Fucking
lot.
Parasite too.
Parasite.
It was a completely foreign movie, all in a different
It
language.
was awesome though. It was really good.
Also, I've watched a little bit of Squid Game, and I can say the English dub is fucking awful.
It is.
And I'm the only reason I want to watch it because I'm too stupid to pay attention to three things at
Subtitles?
once: subtitles, show, and language. Because I'll be trying to listen to them and watch. And
Why not
watch
just
that.
mute? Why not just mute the show and then just read the subtitles?
Next, I want to be able to hear it. But I'm stupid. I'm probably gonna sit down and watch it.
Just give it a try one day. But yeah,
I'll
I watched
watch
the
it
first.
eventually.
but-
I'm gonna watch it so I can
Yeah,
understand what it was
yeah,
talking about.
You
But,
know,
like,
I watched the first episode and I was like, okay, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a guy. He's living with his mom. He has a little kid and a way bigger fucking gambling addiction. Goes and fucking bets on
those
horses.
guys in the red suits with the mask and then the MP5s, just like that. Oh, so
Dude.
fucking amazing.
You keep seeing memes of moms like losing those fucking weird ass. That one bowl with the holes on it when they make pasta, and there's like people
The
painting
strainer,
it. Yeah, the strainer.
They're trying to make their own Squid Game.
They're trying to make
mask.
their fucking Squid Game
That's what I
mask.
was talking about. It's like the biggest thing right now.
Oh, yeah.
Squid Game.
Yeah.
What you said about the fucking the
and
shoes?
and then they're definitely gonna come up with those new costumes because recently Vans has had this is no question either. Vans has had an increase of sales with the white slip-on Vans.
Once on the show, yeah.
Those shits just skyrocketed out of nowhere, and there's no
motherfuckers is buying it for costumes.
Yeah, there's no need to ask. There's no need to ask what that's for. Where else have you seen those recently? Besides, seeing those people just skateboard on the ads. Squid Game. Everyone's wearing them. So, holy shit. What the fuck? And then that robot? Dude, I'm not gonna lie. The first time I saw it, I was like, dude, that looks like some early stage, some untextured CGI type shit. And I'm like, what's a robot? And there's people actually in the internet saying, oh my god, it's a real robot. What else is it gonna be, dog? It's a movie with that kind of budget. And dude, the stairs in the fucking series, that looks like the stairs off the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah.
The ones that just it looks weird as hell. But it's still cool, They definitely spent their money on that. There's one out of two ways this thing went. They spent a shit ton of money, or they just got one of those blue screen things. More than likely would have just gotten those blue screen things. I mean, they did that for Wolf of Wall Street, Shutter Island. A lot of movies do that. It's just excessive as shit. I mean, it saves you a bunch of money.
Shutter Island was actually, they stopped production on Wolf of Wall Street to do Shutter Island because DiCaprio went to go do Shutter Island. Because Wolf of Wall Street, they hit a stopping point because Scorsese went to go do Shutter Island.
Yeah.
With DiCaprio and
Mark Ruffalo.
I
actually like.
And as soon as that wrapped up, they went on to do Wolf of Wall Street because that wasn't his top priority.
Yeah, I mean that followed 3 years later. But
not Leo's. Leo wanted to do it, but that wasn't Scorsese's top priority. He had that movie and another one. One of them was his passion project.
Yeah,
I can't remember the name of it.
Fucking Shutter Island was a total mindfuck.
Yeah, that was a fucking weird movie.
Crazy as shit. It's awesome too. I mean, I was having a discussion with someone the other day talking about whether Teddy was actually crazy or not, and I'm just thinking that he actually was. They actually did put him under medication because if there's one thing that you do notice, it's that every time he smokes a cigarette, it's always being lit by someone else.
Yeah,
and that never happens in an asylum unless you're a patient. No one. If you're a patient in an asylum, you're gonna get your own cigarette lit up because you can't be trusted around with cigarettes. So
same with fucking the can't be trusted lit cigarettes. Like the thing they used to do. My dad used to go to school when kids got sent to detention and they were bad kids and they got in trouble for something like that. They take their shoelaces. Mm-hmm. They can't fucking hang themselves because that was a problem. My dad went to not juvie, but he went to when you get expelled from your school, you get sent to those not reform schools, but those bad schools. And he said in detention classes, kids
one of those boys' homes or some shit.
Not boys' homes. No, it was a shitty school he got sent to.
Oh.
It was just a lot
school?
of bad kids. I'm not sure what it was called. He went to this bad school, and when kids were sent to detention, a staff member was told to take their shoelaces so they didn't try to hang themselves.
Holy shit!
That was no one did it, but it was a precaution because they would think that's why you don't give lit cigarettes to prisoners in psych ward.
Yeah, but going back to this whole thing, what the fuck were we talking about? But yeah, Squid Game. Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep watching the episodes. You know what was weird? I was looking through the episodes. All of them are like 50 minutes long or something like that, and then there's one episode that's half an hour long.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That pissed me off. Okay, the episode listings. Bad Batch. First episode, Star Wars. Bad Batch. First episode over an hour long.
But that's just a premiere.
And then we get maybe an hour, 40. Then we're getting 27-minute episodes the rest of the season. The season finale was 27 minutes. I was pissed.
That was like
they split up in 2 parts too.
Look, as soon as I saw the ending of the first part of the finale for Bad Batch, I was like, okay, I know where this is gonna lead. Everyone's gonna be pissed. Or
I was pissed because it was such a lackluster ending.
Yeah, like the first part of
at least the Mandalorian didn't screw us up with that.
The first part of the finale was pretty cool because you're seeing Kamino get destroyed.
Oh, that was fucking awesome. I mean, I was hoping for the Kamino Rebellion like in Battlefront 2 and like in the books.
Yeah, but try to remember this is the
new Star Wars.
Yeah.
This is the new Disney thing, and they decide what's canon, what's not canon.
Yeah,
most of the books are not canon.
Yeah. But right now, if I'm not wrong, Mandalorian is what's the actual future of Star Wars, and it's not the sequel trilogy anymore.
And it's canon. Because it's before the sequel trilogy.
Yeah,
so it's separate from it. Completely separate.
Is the sequel trilogy actually going to be canon, or
that's very up in the air right now. Because
why can't it just be its own story?
That's what I thought. Yeah, why can't? That's why I said they need to have the thing where there is a sequel trilogy is its own story because it fucks with the current timeline too much.
Yeah,
Because so there is
they already had the Force heal with fucking Grogu.
In the books. I believe it's the Thrawn series. Thrawn is the blue motherfucker from Rebels.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so he has his own series of books. They are my favorite Star Wars books in the moment. So at some point, he branches off after... Okay, in the ending of Rebels, Ezra and him get sent off into the unknown regions of space because he sacrifices himself to save everyone else, and he takes Thrawn with him. And in the Ahsoka show, Ahsoka, Sabine, and most likely Hera they are going to be looking after Ezra and Thrawn, because remember in Mandalorian when Ahsoka was fighting that one chick, she asked where Thrawn was, meaning he's still alive.
Yeah.
So in the books, he retreated off to go rebuild the Empire. He became the Emperor, not the Emperor, but because he was an alien, but he became the new title. He was in charge of the Empire, and they fought the New Republic. The New Republic was a thing, but they were fighting them. They didn't become the First Order. That's already a change they made, and the dates are way too wrong.
Oh yeah, for sure. But,
because the Empire, the new Empire was fighting the New Republic not even like months after they got set up, I think. I can't remember the dates. It's been a while since I read them.
Yeah. But
they didn't have their own thing for the sequel trilogy.
But overall, I mean, it's still pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good.
The sequel trilogy?
Not sequel trilogy.
I'm about to say.
I'm talking about Bad Batch.
Bad Batch.
Mandalorian.
Yeah. Those are pretty good. Yeah.
The Book of Boba. Actually,
I'm excited.
You know what's funny? What? My dad has never watched anything Star Wars, and the only thing he's actually watched was The Mandalorian.
Because
I was like, it's basically a space western.
It's described as a space spaghetti western.
It's basically your space western. It's not even a spaghetti western. Spaghetti westerns are like crazy shit. I just remember that one Bob Ross joke. He's like when Jonah's agent called Quentin Tarantino to tell him that he wanted to do spaghetti western, he was like, "You had me at spaghetti." I was like, "Oh my god, bro, dude, fucking Jeff Ross is a fucking savage when it comes to those kinds of jokes." The one he did on James Franco's grandma, shit was fucking funny. It was like let's hear it for James Franco's 91-year-old grandma, and he makes a reference to 127 hours. He's like, that's what she's got left to live.
127 hours.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god. But yeah, dude, fucking Squid Game.
Yeah, wrapping that one up. But the episode listings.
Yeah, it's alright.
Nothing pisses me off in a show more when they can't keep consistent runtimes through episodes.
I mean, it's not so bad.
Like Bad Batch at least was consistent. Every minute, 27 minutes. But I get mad when I'm watching a show and you get a 30-minute episode, a 50-minute episode, and it keeps changing.
Actually, no. There's only one 30-minute episode. That's it.
The rest are just other shows I've watched. What was I watching? I think it might have been South Park. But the earlier seasons, their fucking episodes ran different times. It was pissing me off.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if they aired on TV, there's no way that's going to happen. But then
but when it's its own streaming service like it is right now.
Yeah, that's
like on HBO and shit.
I mean, that's what everything's doing right now. The only thing
I don't like when they're different. They can't keep a consistent schedule.
Isn't Chucky going to be on Sci-Fi?
Chucky?
Yeah. They're making a series for it on Sci-Fi, but it has nothing to do with the Cult of Chucky, which was the last movie that had before the fucking remake.
Yeah.
The remake was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
The remake was pretty funny. It had its moments, but then Pug and Fallon were just.
Yeah.
They were just Finn. They had no such thing as character arcs. They had nothing interesting. Like, the fuck? Where'd it come from? But I mean, that's just. I mean, they were still funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And the Mark Hamill was fucking awesome as well.
Yeah.
He was an awesome performance. And there's that one dude who's gonna be in Eternals. I keep forgetting his name, but he's like in everything nowadays. He's let me see. I fucking remember this. I'm trying to remember this guy.
Speaking of everything, you mentioned The Shining earlier, and I just want to peek back into its sequel, Doctor Sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I've never read much of Stephen King's books. The only ones I've read are Pet Sematary, Shining, and then Doctor Sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Not in that order. I read them in a completely different order. I read The Shining one time. I put it down. I read them all out of order.
Yeah.
I read randomly. I'm not good at reading something like that.
Yeah.
But I saw Doctor Sleep, and I was like, that's fucking Ewan McGregor. So I saw the trailer for it. I was like, that's Ewan McGregor. I went and saw it on HBO a couple months ago, and it's another one of my favorite movies. Ewan McGregor's been in fucking everything now. Birds of Prey, Black Hawk Down. Oh my god, he was fucking amazing in Black Hawk Down. That's a movie we have to watch all of. So.
Yeah.
We watched a quarter of it and turned it off because we got bored.
Yeah.
Black Hawk Down was my favorite. So let's see. We got Obi-Wan. That's my man right there. Black Hawk Down, Doctor Sleep, Birds of Prey. He killed it in Birds of Prey.
There's a new Obi-Wan series too.
I can't wait because he's gonna be playing Obi-Wan.
Then there's Hayden Christensen. He took one weekend to just take pictures with a bunch of fans and everything.
Yeah, he's playing Vader.
Yeah,
but
it's fucking awesome too. You know what's funny? Fucking, they made a new Vader suit just because Hayden was like, "Can I be Vader?" They said, "Yeah, that was it. They made a new Vader suit just because he wanted to be Vader, and they were like, "Okay, we got you, bro.
We got you."
And George was just like, I got you, fam. And then you just see him around the ending of the movie, and you're like, my man is shamming.
He is shamming in the Vader suit.
Oh, but like, yeah, and going back to like just like these kinds of movies, you know. But right, what's his name? I fucking just forgot it.
You're talking about
Brian Tyree Henry. Him.
Him.
He was in The Joker. He was in. What are you playing The Joker? He was just that one dude who was gonna hand Arthur the files, but then he was like, "Dude, I need."
Yeah. He's like,
yeah, he was in that. He was Detective Mike in the Child's Play movie. He was fucking funny in that movie.
He's funny in most movies.
Dude, he's funny in everything. He was in Atlanta.
Same with like,
he was in Atlanta with Childish Gambino. I think that was what really got him on the map.
Howie Jr. I fucked up his name, but Lil. I can't remember his name.
Who?
I'm trying to look up his name. He was in Vacation from. I'm trying to look up his name.
There was also what's his name? But now he's gonna be in the Eternals. You know. And that's a movie I'm actually excited for myself, and then it's and then Denis Villeneuve, the director of Dune, and then the director of Dune is pretty happy with Marvel Studios getting Chloe Zhao, who directed the award-winning movie last year, Nomadland, because he thinks that there should be some good talent in there and whatnot. Yeah. It's been a weird and most trending thing for big name directors like Scorsese and Denis Villeneuve as of now to have an opinion on Marvel movies and say they're not my kind of movies, Like some are like, you know what you're getting. It's like going to a fast food restaurant. You know what you're getting. It's your normal, this, that. You have your down hopes and whatnot. And, at the end of the day, we save the day and everything. It's just a normal thing. Story's over. Wait for the sequel. That's it. Yeah. As for Denis Villeneuve thinks that, most of these movies are just copy pastes of each other, which I'm not going to lie, they are. And it's just, it's kind of true. But these people are, like, getting mad, and they're like, oh my god, have you seen Guardians of the Galaxy and Captain America? Doesn't look like a copy-paste. That's not what we mean. Have you seen the first Iron Man movie and the first Captain America movie? We have these two people who are just always been this kind of person, and then something comes into their life to change them, which is the mentor, in this case, why do I keep forgetting his name? What was that one guy who met Tony for some time at that one New Year's party?
Iron Man 3?
No, yeah, in Iron Man 3, you remember how we met him in the beginning? And then
the scientist. He
finds him in the cave. But he finds him in the cave later. After being abducted in what was it, Afghanistan or some shit?
Oh, you're talking about the first movie?
Yinsen, that was his name.
Yinsen's fucking dead.
Yeah, he's fucking dead. And then Dr. Erskine from the Captain America movie, they both cause an influence on this person, and they end up fucking dying right as they have the coolest, most impactful thing in their life.
I was gonna say you could say that for Venom, but whatever Doctor, whatever her name is, she doesn't have that big of an impact, but he gets Eddie. If you want to, in Batman terms, get him back on the horse.
Yeah, and then then there's and
then she dies.
Well, no, but
she convinced them to.
She just convinces him to get back on a horse. But this is something that impacts these people and changes them for the better. And then,
Dr. Skirt.
and then, after that small period of mourning and, wanting to better themselves and doing this, and that, they go out, they do a few more things and try to do the right thing and whatnot. And then they get involved with this very big, huge thing that has to do with someone's research. They beat the bad guy, game over, that's it. Those two movies are a good copy-paste of each other. I have nothing against it. I personally enjoy the first Iron Man movie, even though the second one is my all-time favorite.
Shit, yeah, you can't beat Iron Man.
You cannot beat Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 was...
the culmination of some fucking badass.
Chef's kiss, bro. Chef's fucking kiss. And,
you can't go wrong.
I mean, it's still... I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
I even like Iron Man 3.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I was a Marvel fanboy myself when I was an 8th grader. I was excited for Infinity War.
Fuck yeah, I was too.
I was all right with it. I didn't personally hate it, but I thought it could have been a bit better. And the whole WandaVision thing about them just discussing and having like this whole couple's argument about we need to destroy the stone. No, we don't. Yes, we do. No, we don't. I love you. I love you too, bitch. Kill me. Come on, bro. That was infuriating as hell. Like you're watching a movie and you're like. My sister went out of her way to get the fucking IMAX tickets. Bro, I got the
tickets for Dune.
I got the IMAX tickets for Dune, bro. I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
But, right. It's just fucking crazy, And, for Eternals, I don't know if I want to watch it on IMAX. I don't know if I want to spend that kind of money again.
I don't think I'm going to go see Eternals.
But Eternals, I'm kind of excited for it myself. It looks cool. Even before I knew that they had Chloe Zhao on that, it still looked fucking cool. They have... a good set of actors. They have Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
They have, Byron.
She was in a movie
Brian
that
Tyree.
I watched recently.
They have
Those Who Want Me Dead.
I have not seen that.
It was on Hulu.
They have that one deaf actress from The Walking Dead who's, she's not in a lot, but she's awesome. And I
do you want to know who is awesome, but I haven't seen in a lot, and she doesn't talk.
Who?
Karen Fukuhara from The Boys.
Yeah,
she plays the.
She was in the Star Wars Visions.
Yeah, she's in Star Wars Visions. She voiced the character, and she's in that fucking Archer show now. And she's gonna be in. She said it made a statement that she's in something big. I can't remember what she said.
I mean, she's one of the.
But she's awesome, and I haven't seen her in anything.
I mean, she's been doing a little bit of voice acting for like one of those kinds of kid series and whatnot.
Yeah.
But then speaking of which, The Boys fucking awesome.
Season 3 just finished production.
Yeah, and
and we're gonna get it soon.
Yeah.
We haven't got a release date yet. Same as Stranger Things season 4.
Amazon is doing a lot of comic book, productions on it. Like you have The Boys, you have Invincible, and those two have been fucking impactful.
You haven't even finished Invincible.
Invincible has had one of the biggest memes of all of
the Think
2021.
Mark.
Yeah, Think Mark.
That was everywhere. That actually spoiled the show for me. But I actually liked it that it spoiled the show because I went into the show knowing some big shit was gonna happen.
I kind of hate
that.
And
I had that suspense of shit, is it gonna happen now?
Yeah, I kind of hate that myself. I don't like watching movie trailers. I don't like doing this, and that.
Because typically it spoils the biggest.
Yeah, because then I'm like, if you watch a trailer,
the Infinity War trailer, it shows you each point where Thanos gets a stone,
and you're like
the suspense,
and you're like, oh my god, is this when he gets it? Is this when he gets it? No, okay. Is this when he gets it? Like, you spoil the movie.
Yeah.
You see the Lego sets that come out. Like, I saw Stormbreaker, and as soon as I saw them go into Nidavellir, and I was like, oh, they gonna get the Stormbreaker, and then you have the fucking the big size Peter Dinklage, and he's talking about it. He's like a weapon that can access the Bifrost. I'm like, oh come on.
And they used it once, and then it became a beer bottle opener.
Right, but
I have never seen such disrespect to a weapon.
But dude, it's fucking funny though. I'm not.
Yeah, it was funny. Endgame had its funny bits of it.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's like Thor.
I saw Endgame
the screen
4
called
times.
me a dickhead again.
Thor, the kid on the TV called me a dickhead again.
Everyone was making a big deal about the movie being 3 hours. Have you never sat around that long? Like,
have you never watched? Have you never? Yeah, and then people like that will not complain about Snyder Cut being 4 hours long.
Like, dude, Snyder Cut was awesome too.
Fuck yeah, dude, we were gonna go see it in theaters.
Dude, that was fucking awesome as shit. It was like you actually have all of the Justice League involved, and it's not. Oh,
it was such a fucking improvement. Even the light stuff is just blood.
Yeah.
Just the R rating made it so much better.
Yeah, it did.
Because this is why I gripe about movies that aren't rated R. I love rated R movies because so we got these Marvel movies, and we got like Iron Man hammering the Thanos, and the only blood in that movie is one drop off of his face, or maybe someone's blood in their face. But in Snyder Cut, fucking Steppenwolf slashes a woman with a giant axe, and you see blood fly out. It adds the realism.
I mean, that's not the point. I mean, you could see their point within just.
Yeah.
But dude, R ratings will make a movie better. They
Yeah.
always will. Like, you see a PG-13 movie, you see the Star Wars fucking franchise. You know how better it would be if it was rated R? I hear that Book of Boba Fett is going to do that.
Book of Boba Fett is going to be, and I quote, a more grisly, brutal version of The Mandalorian.
I don't exactly trust that. I feel like it's going to be
well,
more
the
like...
first opening episode of The Mandalorian, the dude got fucking cut in half.
Well, I mean, you don't get to see that, though.
I mean, yeah,
you
but
only
it's
know,
implied.
it's like you only know that's going to happen. You don't get to see this kind of shit.
That is just because it's
look,
Disney and it's a
look,
family friendly.
That's what I know. When I see an R rating, let me pull out a movie here, like The Revenant. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, an R rating.
R rating.
You could not do The Revenant without an R rating.
Strong frontier combat. I saw that in the beginning. That was a beautiful sequence, bro. I was about to tear
The whole
up.
bear scene. You couldn't have done it without the R rating.
Violence, including gory images, a sexual assault. Oh yeah, that one poor girl. She got saved.
Okay, so the two things in this movie that you couldn't have done without the R rating. There's plenty more.
Language and brief nudity.
The two things you could not do the bear scene in The Revenant without the R rating.
Oh,
you couldn't do. There's no way you could do it. And then the fight scene between him and Tom Hardy, where he cuts his fingers off.
Yeah, he just fucking went right at it, bro.
Imagine that without the R rating. How shitty that would be.
Yeah, or then you could.
You could do it, but it wouldn't be as good.
You could try to do it, but it's not going to be as good. And that's the thing, dude. Like, The Revenant, you know what's funny as hell?
What?
The director for The Revenant, Alfonso Cuarón, is also the... Alfonso Cuarón. Why the fuck did I just say that? I'm so sorry. That's the director of Gravity and, what is it? Roma. I'm talking about Alejandro González Iñárritu. Him! He did The Revenant and Birdman. Birdman won the Oscar for Best Picture in 2014, and the next year he wins an award again for doing a best movie for The Revenant. That's a 2-year streak right there. Who the fuck does that? You know what was funny too? When they announced that the movie that Birdman won the best picture, the one who was up there was Alejandro's friend, and the first thing he says when he opens up the letter, he's like,
anytime you say Alejandro, I keep thinking of fucking Alejandro Rojas, the UFO talk show host and one of the bad guys from the W2.
Oh my god. No, but anyways. But yeah, like, it was his friend who was announcing the Oscar, and when he sees who it was, he's like, who gave the son of a bitch his green card? Birdman! And dude, some of the reporters are like, that's offensive, bro. And Alejandro was like, nah, bro, we cool. He was like, nah. He's like, we joke around like that, we're friends. But yeah, that movie was fucking awesome. The Revenant is still forever one of my favorite movies of all time. Like, it's just so much to it. I will never be quiet about it. I'm gonna do my own video on that. For sure.
You're gonna make your own episode.
Dude, there's so much to love about it. Yeah. It won the award for best cinematography. It's that fucking beautiful.
Speaking of cinematography, I'm gonna deviate back. Star Wars here. As bad as The Last Jedi was, that had some absolutely beautiful camera work.
Yeah, it's
some of the shots. Okay, I'm gonna give 3 examples here. We got the first shot of the bombers flying over the dreadnought.
Yeah,
that was an amazing shot. Mm-hmm. The fight scene with Rey and Kylo against the little royal guards, beautifully shot.
Yeah,
awfully choreographed, but beautifully shot. Mm-hmm. And the speeders going across the snow with the red sand. Jesus Christ, that is such a beautiful shot.
You know, actually, have you seen the meme that they've been making from Squid Game? That one guy's about to fall and someone catches him halfway. Yeah. That was on the red light green light challenge. Yeah. But people have been making memes on that, and the one that's about to fall is bad movie, and then the one grabbing him is great cinematography.
Yeah.
There's a lot of movies that go
I'm going into cinematography.
No, actually, no. Just visuals in general. People said that. People in the comments were like 1917. People said that about Blade Runner 2049. I was actually expecting to see that because I kept on hearing that Blade Runner 2049 was not good. It was stunning. It was visually stunning.
It was,
and Denis Villeneuve himself was surprised to actually still be making Dune because he thought that it wasn't good. Because he knew making a movie, he was like, people are gonna hate me for this, but I want to do this before someone else does, and it's not as good.
Yeah,
I'd rather be hated for something I did rather than someone else doing it, and
then turning it.
Yeah, and most people try to do things. Most people just try to go to that way. But I think. There's very few times when a director has a very good streak of movies, and then there's just that one bad movie. Like Quentin Tarantino's never had a bad movie, but the one that's like the least
Reservoir Dogs.
No, that's a cult classic, bro.
For me, Reservoir Dogs is my least favorite.
Death Proof is slow. Yeah, Death Proof is like one. Well, it kind of it was like a bit.
It was meant to be a slow movie.
For people, it felt more of an indie film because it took place after like the first few minutes. It just took place in like the fucking safe house, and that was it.
Most of the movie was spent with that suspension.
What Death Proof was apparently one of the lowest rated movies of his.
I don't think I've seen.
It was a slasher that has to do with what's his name, Kurt Russell.
Oh fuck yeah!
And you know, it's about like this guy who kills girls by like crashing his car or something. You know.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
But yeah, and then there's apparently for Scorsese, it was King of Comedy or something like that. I don't know what it was.
Oh yeah.
Sam Raimi. It was Spider-Man 3, but that wasn't even his choice.
That wasn't
dude.
even a bad movie.
It
though.
wasn't.
It just had some bad shit.
It wasn't bad, but it was shit on so badly, and it wasn't even his fault. He was
actually, if I'm going to say it, I think Evil Dead 1 is worse than Spider-Man 3.
I still like Evil Dead 1. Evil Dead 1, I still
Evil
like
Dead 2 is better. Evil Dead 2 is the best one they made.
Yeah.
Army of Darkness is the funniest one. Evil Dead 1 is the low point.
Yeah.
But I'd rather watch Spider-Man 3 over Evil Dead 1.
Okay. Actually, Sam Raimi, he's coming back for the Multiverse of Madness. How fucking awesome is that?
Isn't he directing No Way Home?
No.
Who is that?
I don't know actually. But he's directing for sure directing Multiverse of Madness.
I'm excited because I like Sam Raimi as a director.
Oh yeah,
he's not a perfectionist like Tarantino and Scorsese.
Actually, well, I mean,
but he's a.
I feel like
he has passion for his work.
I feel like the perfectionist in this situation is Scorsese because usually Tarantino just doesn't give a fuck. He's got that one.
Not perfectionist, but he wants it his way.
Yeah, I mean, there's a devil may care attitude within that kind of.
But he wants it his way every time.
Yeah.
If it's not the way if it's not to his vision, he'll scrap it.
But I mean, to be quite honest, but that's the thing, you know.
Yeah.
There's just that's the fucking awesome thing about directors, you know. Obviously, not everyone is like if I want to watch a movie, usually it's because this person's directing it. You know, you've seen their movies, you know what they're like, and not everybody's like that.
Kubrick is another perfectionist.
Kubrick, well, actually,
within one of his movies take 100 takes to get one thing right.
No, it's not even getting it right. It was just like, let's do it again.
Then they do like over 100 takes.
Yeah, that scene where Jack Nicholson falls down the stairs after getting hit with the bat. 126 fucking takes falling down the stairs.
Yeah.
How fucking crazy is that?
Because they wanted to get it right.
No, it's not getting it right. At some points, he just keep doing it for the hell of it. That's the thing.
Hey, Jack, fall down the stairs again, you fucking bozo.
Yeah, for Full Metal Jacket, the opening scene, that was done last.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me these guys spent some months growing out their hair just to get it shaved again?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he fucking laughed his ass off in the editing room.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. He died like a week after finishing Eyes Wide Shut. Rest in peace, my man. But that's the awesome thing about him compared to other directors. His movies are never the same. They always have a different take of humanity. Or dehumanization. You have 2001, you have Paths to Glory, you have Spartacus, you have The Shining. Clockwork Orange is still personally one of my favorites of all. I've watched it, I think 2-3 times. There's Full Metal Jacket, Barry Lyndon, Eyes Wide Shut. That was a very long break between them. But, you also have Wes Anderson. His movies are, there's a certain style to it that just makes it, that's the thing. You watch this movie and you're like, okay, this is definitely them because of this, or that. Wes Anderson, you see like a building or something like that, and damn well it's a fucking mini model. Like the Grand Budapest Hotel or the mountaintops, those are mini models. It's fucking awesome. And it's quite funny too, once you think about it. But yeah, there's just the way what he does it, like if you cast someone very well, and then you just see them in this movie with the funniest hair looking like the Electro Wizard from Clash Royale. Like Adrian Brody looks like the fucking Electro Wizard in Grand Budapest Hotel. You see Jeff Goldblum. Oh yeah, he got his fucking fingers just like chopped off by a fucking door. Like it was one of those sliding doors, and it just it was funny because on the newspaper you don't see his fingers or some shit. It was something like that. It was funny. You see Nolan's movies. Like it's a Nolan movie when it's something like just mind twisting. Like Interstellar or Inception.
Tenet too. God, Tenet made my fucking head hurt.
That's
also because he kind of betrayed his own logic.
Oh yeah, Robert Pattinson was also in Tenet. Another good movie.
I liked him.
You know who did who composed it? It wasn't Hans Zimmer. He was busy doing Dune.
Yeah.
It was Ludwig Göransson, the one for Black Panther.
Mandalorian.
And Mandalorian.
He's good.
It's already been confirmed about...
And Venom. He did Venom.
Yeah, and it's already been confirmed for the new Nolan movie starring... You know who was starring?
Who?
Cillian fucking Murphy. After so many years of just being one of the supporting actors
and shit like that, yeah.
After being a supporting actor or something, he's finally starring in his own movie, and it's being composed by by Ludwig Göransson. It's awesome,
Yeah.
And the demands for it are pretty average. A good budget, a few extra weeks in the theater and whatnot. Dude, I swear to you, that picture of Nolan with the fucking beard looks like the Giga Chad. Like that, like the
He
one
is
with
the
the
Giga
beard.
Chad,
It's
bro.
fucking funny. Anyways, and there's just a certain style for it. It's like these directors will not be complete without this thing. Like
Yeah.
you have Martin Scorsese with True Crime. You have Tarantino with just the craziest kind of blood, kind of funny,
Over the top shit.
over the top shit.
Like that headshot in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I had a shot Marvin in the face.
Or David Fincher with like just disorders and stuff. Like there's Mindhunter, there's Seven, there's Fight Club. I still have to watch that. God damn it! There's and there's just it just goes on from there. There's Wes Anderson with like with book adaptations. There's
I said Wes Craven. Wes Craven for a minute.
Well, I mean, Wes Craven's had good movies every now and then. There's Scream. There's
Scream.
I don't know any of those other movies.
The Freddy Krueger movies are.
Oh, there's
The
one
first.
Freddy. I mean, that's the thing with horror movies.
Freddy vs. Jason is a notoriously shit movie, but I enjoy it because it's stupid.
It's fucking funny.
It's over the top seeing Jason backhand someone 50 feet into a tree
It's like,
and breaking their
boom.
back.
It's fucking funny.
It's funny as fuck, but it's stupid. As a horror movie, it's stupid.
Yeah.
As a comical slasher, it's good.
That's the thing too. There's certain bad movies, but you still watch it because you just fucking enjoy it.
Like I already knew the Star Wars sequel trilogy was gonna be bad, but I love Star Wars, so I went and watched it.
I mean, for me, I think one of the movie. I feel that when there's a horror movie that comes out, it's always the first one that's a good one. Like slashes are a very perfect example of that. You have Halloween, or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is personally my favorite slasher of all time.
Yeah, that's a good one.
There's Scream. Scream was awesome because these people aren't ironically stupid. Like they go into the basement where the killer's
I fucking
hiding.
hate that shit. You hear creepy noises in the basement. I'm gonna
Let's
walk
go down
slowly
there.
down into the darkness, and then
Right.
get nabbed at the last second and scream. And you see
Scream?
my hands clawed
Yeah.
boards.
In Scream, these people were smart. But let's get back to it.
Awesome.
And but then once the sequels come out, some do good, some do bad.
Yeah.
Scream 2 was still good, but Scream 3 was not good at all. And then
Yeah.
Scream 4 was a bit more of a recovery step, which that's good. It's a victory lap.
So speaking of that, like recovery, we're talking recovery steps here. We're gonna go to Texas Chainsaw 2009 reboot. Not widely approved by people, but a much drastic improvement for stepping forward.
Wait,
Past
the reboot?
the reboot with the guy that played Gunny in Full Metal Jacket. He was the sheriff, and
Oh.
in the
Yeah.
Texas
Oh,
Chainsaw.
that was in 2003.
2003. Fuck those. Not well received.
It
but
was horrible.
A much needed improvement in my
I
opinion.
actually
from-
I didn't like it that much because
I like the first one,
like the sheriff is just perverted as shit,
but
And then it was just-
it fit the family.
and then the prequel was just horrible too.
Okay, the prequel was bad, but
And
the
then-
first one, the reboot, I
and
think
then-
was a
I
much
feel
needed
like the
step
reboot was-
forward
I feel
past the goofy.
The reboot was also kind of bad because you have Leatherface making himself a new mask, and you want to just show off. This is why he has the mask on. That's the thing about older horror movies. That's the thing about most movies, like kids movies, Disney movies. The thing that I love about them is that you see all these kinds of things, and you should never have the audacity to ask a question about it.
Yeah,
You just see it's there, okay, but
certain movies need to be like that. You don't need to ask.
movies are nice like that. I mean, surely enough, it's you do tend to wonder and whatnot, but dude,
Yeah.
just leave it like that. Like
That's the whole reason
you
we got
see-
the prequels
yeah.
for Star Wars. People start asking questions and wondering
I mean, that's
what happened. What's this Clone Wars?
I mean,
stuff?
no, it's not like that, but like just something like Leatherface. The dude just decided to do that
Yeah.
because the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was inspired by Ed Gein, the serial killer, who just do the crazy shit.
Which is a real event.
But let's not get into these kinds of topics. But it's just a point where you don't want to ask questions. But there's these people who do conspiracy theories on the fucking internet, which is annoying as hell. And you know what? I'm gonna put it out. I'm gonna put it out there right now. I fucking hate conspiracy theories. You want to
I
make
like a few of them. Like maybe a few that aren't like balls to the walls, far fetched. I mean, like sensible conspiracy theories that actually make sense and that's a good point. Those are right, but not to like this balls to the walls out of proportion shit.
I honestly just don't like them. I'm not talking about movies only. I'm talking about real life situations.
Even
like
the
those
government shit too.
like those people
Don't
who
even
are
fucking start me on the government.
like the people who are like, oh, we were helped by the aliens. No, we're not.
If
Motherfucker.
I hear that shit again, I'm gonna fucking
If
kill
we
someone.
were helped by the aliens, we
wouldn't be where we are right now.
We would be we would be colonizing with them. But anyways, let's
We
not
wouldn't
get
be
into
where we are now. if we're
But
helped by
anyways, yeah,
aliens.
let's not get into conspiracy theories. But if there's another horror movie that I actually love, that has those very bad sequels, it's fucking Saw. Saw was awesome.
Saw 1.
Saw
good,
had the coolest plot twist.
Yeah, until the movies just turned into what's called torture porn.
No, it was just a convoluted torture porn kind of thing.
That's why I stopped enjoying them, because like I'm one for gore, but not like shit like that where it's torture porn, where it's just purely torture.
Yeah,
like,
torture.
No, I don't want to fucking watch this.
It's like
I'll go to Live Leak if I want to watch that.
You go to one of those websites.
Gonna go to like the Live Leak of like a Chinese steel factory worker getting injured on the job. I'll just watch that instead.
No, but that,
I don't want to watch fucking Saw.
Saw. But,
I want to see Spiral.
Saw is probably, and then Saw is like probably just also like a dictionary for, hey, you want to make a movie? Here's some good ideas for gore scenes.
Oh,
come on.
Differentiating from the current topic, you said good ideas. I'm gonna talk about a bad idea.
What is it?
World War II Vanguard.
Oh my fucking god! No!
I've already told you this, but I need to voice this again. We have not gotten a new engine since Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare uses its own engine.
Yeah.
Cold War uses Black Ops 4's engine.
I'm actually glad
Vanguard uses Modern Warfare's engine.
I'm actually glad that they're using Modern Warfare's engine.
Because it's a good engine.
It's a good engine. We're not gonna
But still, why are they shitting out Call of Duties in less than a year now? They went from making one every 2 years to every 1 year to less than a year.
Or actually, no, it's not that. I mean, they released one every year, but they started production years before,
but now they're shitting them out constantly. Like, we gotta churn these out.
Right, you're just shitting these out as soon
and I'm watching the trailers, like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
Hell, the beta that released for Vanguard had hackers on day one.
Right, and then there's the sun that's just horrible too.
The lens glare, the bloom, everything. It's awful.
It's horrible, man.
The performance is shit. But then I just watched the Zombies trailer, and it looks promising.
It looks alright.
But also,
actually,
they're gonna overdo it.
Actually, the Zombies trailer looks cool, but it's not promising for me. I do not.
I think it's promising just because it has that atmosphere that World War II Zombies had.
Yeah,
World War II Zombies was it's all
World War II in general was actually fun for me. I love the multiplayer.
Oh god, the multiplayer is like the only COD I still play.
Yeah. I mean,
granted, there's some bullshit with it spawn trapping on shipment and the explosives and the machine guns going through walls.
I'm gonna be honest,
but it's still fun.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest. Modern Warfare 2019, I only played like shoot the house because I'm more of a run and gunning kind of fan.
Yeah, all we ever do is play shipment or customs.
Yeah, and Cold War, I'm gonna be honest, I play that myself too. I honestly enjoy it, and I'm definitely gonna be sticking with that.
I enjoyed it at first, and then like as soon as shit came around, I was like, I don't like the way this game's going.
I mean, I'm just doing like the Dark Ether grind. I've got my Plague Diamond on the certain classes and whatnot. It's pretty fun. I'm having fun. I'm liking the Plague Diamond. I'm liking looking up setups and stuff. It's fun. It's just a good time. I'm here to have a good time. I'm not here to start competing. I'm not here to do one of those dual mastery camos or any of that kind of stuff. I want it. If I don't, then I don't. I'm here to enjoy the game. That's it. But but I'm definitely gonna sit out for Vanguard. If
I'm not buying Vanguard, I mean, if I end up getting it as a gift, if someone gives me it as a gift, I'll play it. But I'm not gonna go waste.
I mean, I've seen content creators only want it just to because
new
they're
COD,
they're gonna be playing new COD.
New COD views,
or but there's still wars on it. Or there's also some people are playing it for the campaign, or some people are playing it for the camos.
Looks interesting.
It looks interesting. Come on.
I got fucking called out for this one the other day. I don't understand why. I am tired of why can't they just fucking accurately depict Nazis? The Nazis had a swastika. Okay, I'm not glorifying the use of the swastika, but if you're gonna make a fucking World War II game with Nazis, put the swastika on them. They didn't use an Iron Cross. They didn't use an Iron Eagle. They didn't use any other symbol. They had swastikas.
Right.
The Iron Eagle was used for different things.
Yeah. But dude, come on! I'm tired of this
shit.
Yeah,
they're not just putting the swastika in your game. You're not glorifying neo-Nazi values.
Have the swastikas until Black Ops 3 remake.
When Black Ops 3 came out, they had the Iron Eagle, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I mean, yeah, it's not changing anything. It's visual, but you're ruining the atmosphere of it.
Right.
Because I want to feel like I'm shooting. I want to feel like I'm shooting a Nazi, and I'm not shooting a German soldier.
Right.
Granted, that's what they were, but still.
Right.
If you're gonna portray Nazis, portray them right.
Right.
Like, don't have them speaking English. They're speaking German and other language. Don't have them speak English. Don't have them wear these other things. Make their uniforms accurate.
Right.
Stupid.
But
I said this on Twitter before, and I got called a fucking neo-Nazi for it because I wanted swastikas in the game. Like, no, I don't want the swastikas in the game. But if you're gonna put Nazis in a game,
put the fucking swastika.
Put the swastika.
Right. It's like you're gonna be playing a stealth mission.
If it's not a Nazi, don't put it.
Like you're having these Nazis almost just become normal citizens of America.
And then I sound like a really old person like this. You want to feel good shooting a Nazi,
Right. Actually, that may sound wrong, but dude, come on.
like Wolfenstein.
Right.
Fucking
Wolfenstein is just
moving fast, shooting Nazis.
But
having
that's the
fun.
thing, you're gonna be playing a stealth mission or something, and and when you're noticed, instead of just hearing some dude just scream at you in German, you're gonna be like, "Hey, there he is! Shoot them!"
The Germans didn't speak like that.
Yeah.
They spoke German. Like
They
the World War II
spoke
campaign, I had a problem with that. It was so fucking.
But dude, World War II campaign was fun. That
It
was
was
the first
fun.
campaign I
loved-
actually went through and finished.
Yeah, I loved the World War II campaign.
Because I went through Modern Warfare Remastered, but I didn't pay attention to it. It was like
actually, what I loved is this. In World War II campaign, they had the swastika. But for the multiplayer, since it's not depicted the history, it was the Iron Eagle, which was fine because it's not supposed to be historically accurate.
Yeah.
Hell, the guns in World War II's multiplayer aren't supposed to be accurate.
dude,
The sights and all that.
Vanguard
not
is not even accurate to shit.
No.
They have
Why-
masks that came out like that.
Yeah, in the 60s. But my question is, why is a Russian teaming up with British, this, that, and Australian? Why the fuck are they teaming
This
up?
isn't World War One.
I don't think Australia was fucking involved in World War II.
No, it
Not
was
to the extent.
Austria.
No, Australia, because
No,
one of
it
the
wasn't.
operators, one of the operators is from Australia.
Russia was for a little bit, but then they did. I don't know. I don't think they had that much to do.
Was
But-
World War II?
No, World War One.
Oh, World War One. No, Russia was involved, but not like to the extent it
Yeah.
was in World War II. Where they were, because in World War One they weren't invading Russia.
Yeah.
In World War II they pushed from Berlin to Russia.
Yeah.
But a good idea is if you're portraying the campaign to be historically accurate, make it historically accurate. The multiplayer, put whatever the fuck you want in it, make it fun.
Yeah.
You don't need the swastika in multiplayer because
Personally,
it's not supposed to be accurate.
Personally, I'd want to see another return of like a futuristic COD.
Like
You know-
Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare gets shit on so much.
But it's fucking fun.
That is the first campaign I beat on Veteran twice.
Yeah.
Not even just the main mission. I beat the side missions. I 100% that game twice. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah.
The zombies was a blast. Well, no, only 2 maps were fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Raven the Redwoods and Zombies in Spaceland.
I'm gonna
I
be
played
honest,
the shit out of it.
Cold War Zombies is my favorite. Although the maps do get boring, I still enjoy it
That's
myself.
the reason. Another reason I stopped playing it is that it felt boring that we're not getting new maps. We're getting constant fucking repurposed multiplayer maps.
Yeah, like,
and
you know,
campaign
it's
maps
like
for
it's,
Outbreak.
Yeah, it's like
Outbreak is so fucking slow and boring.
I mean, it's not that slow and boring unless you really go there to do something. Like
Unless you're trying to grind thing. If you're just playing Outbreak to play it, you're not gonna have a good time.
you're not gonna have a good time, but it's a good place to grind your snipers in.
If you're gonna grind your snipers, it's the only map big enough to do it.
Or then if you just want to level up a weapon really good or really fast,
My
you just
favorite
do the
map
objective
is
as fast as you can.
Firebase Z.
Firebase Z is pretty
Firebase
fun.
Z, because the Easter egg you can do, the Easter egg is so easy.
Dude, the
the only thing
yeah,
that's a dick in the eye is the boss fight.
it is, and
It's
it's
'cause
so is
I'm
D
shit
Machine.
at boss fights.
D Machine is also very fun. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
I've never beat D Machine's Easter egg or Fire. We almost did Firebase Z's Easter egg twice.
I made it to the very big.
We made it to the boss fight, and then we got fucked.
I got fucked in.
I walked too close and I got insta killed.
I
You
don't-
got insta killed
Yeah.
too.
I don't really care about beating the fucking
Boss fight.
boss fights and stuff.
As far as
Well,
I can consider, I already beat.
I'm happy with the fact that I made it to the end of the Easter egg for D Machina and made it to the boss fight. So I was like, wow, I actually managed to do this on my own.
Yeah.
Although I had to watch a few, guys and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's fine, as much as you have to watch a few guys here and there. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares if like, oh my god, you gotta watch a guy. Okay, who cares, man? I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. I'm not
Well,
not
not everybody's mega brain geniuses, and a lot of
everyone's a mega brain
Revelations
genius.
Easter egg took 2 weeks to solve. Revelations BO3 took 2 weeks to solve.
Damn, dog.
So no guides posted. How the fuck is anyone gonna do it?
Just playing like that constantly. For
What's good about
hours
the
to come.
guides? The good about the guides is the whole community comes together to make them.
Yeah,
So the guides are a good thing because
then,
the whole community will come together to make them.
yeah. And there's some people who are like, oh,
BO3
there's a glitch
was
here, there's a
peak
glitch
zombies
there.
community. Everyone got together to do these Easter eggs.
Mhm.
Vanguard's gonna be slow.
I personally am not gonna play it.
I'm not gonna buy it.
Actually-
I'll probably play it on someone else's account.
I'll
but
keep
I'm not
on
gonna buy
playing.
it.
I'm gonna keep on playing Cold War, Modern Warfare. The older COD
Eventually,
games
I'll
and whatnot.
reinstall them. I've been playing a lot of
But,
COD 4. and World War II.
But to be honest, I'm just gonna see how it's doing. If I,
I'm gonna be checking on it.
if it's doing good, because I'm subscribed to a few COD channels.
Me
If I
too.
see that it's doing good, I'll probably give it a try. If not, then,
Enough for this meta shit with attachments, though. I'm getting sick.
Oh
of
yeah,
it.
dude.
Like Black Ops 2, the attachments wouldn't make or break your game.
No,
Black Ops 2, like the attachments, yeah, you get a little bit more damage, a little bit quicker
Actually,
reload, but it's not going to be the part where you're zipping all over the place or you're too slow now.
yeah. I mean that's
Or
the thing.
Warzone. That's why I don't play Warzone.
Actually, it's all right, but dude, it's just horrible because then there's also hackers and whatnot. But there's starting to be.
You're
less of
gonna
a
have
problem.
these attachments. If you want to move fast, you have to shit all your attachments out.
But yeah, here's the thing though. I personally don't do much of the battle royale.
It's balanced for multiplayer.
I've done more of the plunder, and it's quite fun. You know,
Plunder's really fun.
Dude, going to Storage Town was fun. I got like 4 kills in a fucking row. I'm jumping here and there. I'm jumping everywhere. It's fucking fun.
Yeah.
I'm surprised at my own self because I've never done that well in plunder.
Remember how fun Fortnite used to be?
Oh my fucking
god! I used to have there's a whole reason why I put so much money into Fortnite because I loved the game.
It was fucking
and then
fun.
It got competitive.
It got competitive.
Here's what it went. Around season 4 is when it was fun. Season 5, season 6 got competitive.
Wait, for what chapter?
Original season.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's when I started playing. I jumped in season 3 and I was having fun.
People were getting competitive. They were getting like these crazy builds, but
that's when everyone started getting like the whole. That's when it hit real mainstream. And everyone was playing it.
But I mean, you were still fine with it. You know?
I don't think you should be shit on for being good at the game.
Yeah.
But when you're one of those motherfuckers who just cranks your 90s just to do it to show off. I mean, you're ruining the game.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though.
Go to the competitive league.
But that's the thing. You don't really... I personally didn't care about that because I wouldn't always go up against someone like that. You know?
I'd shy away from a fight like that.
But it was fine, you know. You play with a few friends, you laugh,
it's only
make
fun.
a few jokes and stuff. But then chapter 2 comes around... Like season
it was like a factory reset.
Season 1 of chapter 2 was the longest fucking thing ever, and I'll admit it was pretty cool. It's pretty fun.
I had a lot of fun. Season 2, chapter 2.
Season 2, chapter 2 was the most I've ever played it.
That was the first time you got past tier 100.
I made it past like 150.
That was the first time you were grinding it.
I was grinding that shit every fucking day
because it was fun.
It was fucking fun.
There wasn't much of a competitive aspect.
I wanted to get the gold.
People actually had stopped playing because of the bots.
Yeah, it was fucking horrible.
And all the sweats left. Which was stupid because the bots aren't even
It was fucking fun though. That was when I really started getting good. And then season 3, I missed out on most of it.
That was the Marvel season, right?
No, that was season 4.
Oh yeah, that was the water season of season 3.
Yeah,
I stopped playing season 3.
I
dipped in to play a little bit of it. I wasted money on I stopped buying battle passes after I don't clear.
And then season 4, I bought the battle pass, but I only got through like a certain extent. I think level 45.
I remember season 4. I grinded it just to get Doctor Doom, and I didn't play it again.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get tier 100 to get Iron Man.
But then there's also season 5 was what was it? Oh, it was Primal. It was it was the one with it was with the hunters and everything. I definitely maxed that shit out too.
I was so pissed I didn't get I was literally 20 tiers off from getting full best Star Man.
That was fun, It was awesome having a few guest characters.
That was the season I validated I'm gonna be doing this.
Season 3 was when it kind of went down, and then season 4 was the beginning of collaborations, and since then it's just been collaborations.
It's all been event. We get a Marvel themed season. We get a fucking Mandalorian as soon as we start. We get Carnage.
Yeah, we have Carnage now. But then from that point, there was
the game to go back to not being.
There was that's the thing. Give me a minute. But there was so many collaborations. You have Alien, you have Predator, you have Terminator, you have the you have so many movie collaborations. It's cool, I personally bought some of the skins. I liked them a lot.
Yeah,
I played with them too.
Me too.
And then,
where is Travis?
And then, dude, I want Travis back. And then there's season 6 that comes out. They had the Neymar skin. Dude, that skin challenge was so easy. Both of them were. You got your Brown Panther
But it gets to the point now, where they're only doing deals for Battle Pass.
Yeah.
The entirety of season
4. Oh, yeah, that new Battle Pass system. Season 7 with the new Battle Pass system was pretty cool. No, but the new Battle Pass system is cool because you can actually select what order you get to release your stuff. Like, you have to get a certain amount of stars to unlock a tier. Yeah. And then you're like, what if you want to prioritize V-Bucks or certain skins? That's awesome, bro. I actually
there's a lot of useless shit in the battle pass I don't want.
Yeah, it's cool and all, but then that's when there's no more good stuff anymore. But
there hasn't been the last time I was genuinely excited to buy a battle pass was season 5, The Mandalorian. And I was only half excited because I only wanted 2 skins. I wanted the Mandalorian and the full Beskar Mando.
Yeah,
and that's technically 1 skin. The last time I was excited to get a battle pass was. Shit, I can't remember the last time I wanted to get it. I wanted every skin in the battle pass.
I remember I never even bought the battle pass for season 2. You gifted it to me.
Yeah, I gifted you the battle pass.
And I was like, all right, I got a few skins.
That's when you started grinding it.
And since then, I was just grinding right at it, dude. I've never had so much fun.
Yeah, I wish that game would go back to fun. Because Fortnite is such a...
I kind of hate that
good game.
But I'm going to go... When I say this, I kind of want this to apply for Call of Duty and Fortnite. Everyone's always like, we need to go back to the good old days, season 2, season 4. We need to go back to Black Ops 2. We need to go back to those older COD games. That's the thing. You want to stick to your normal stuff. I mean, I get why these people are, making these very, have these horrible chapters at the moment. And there's like these weird new metas or these weird attachments, or every now and then there's speed being prioritized or bullet velocity and stuff. If you want to try something new, I'm fine with that. I personally have fun. I personally find a way to get around these things. I watch some of the people's videos and stuff, and it's fun. I like it myself, but that's the thing. People are complaining too much. They want to stick with the normal thing. You want to keep playing Black Ops 2? Boot up Plutonium and have fun. It's literally just modded Black Ops 2 or something. It's so cool. You get to unlock all. If you have the right code, you can unlock the attachments. You can unlock diamond skins for camos for all of them, and you can also get max prestige. I did that on my first day. I downloaded Plutonium, which is totally free, and the awesomeness kind of Black Ops 2 kind of variation, and it's just that's the thing. I get why people would want to see older chapters come back and stuff, but there's a point in time when it's like, hey, this is the new deal. This is what we want to try or do or stick with. You're in it or not.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 11 was definitely the craziest, weirdest system of all.
Because it was completely new. It was a big jump from X to 11.
Because X and 9 were almost the same. You had your breaker system. You had that connected with your X-rays and everything. And then Mortal Kombat 11, it has it all standalone. It has a section for breakers or something like that. It has a section for get up attacks, get up rolls and stuff. And that made it more competitive. It made it more exciting. It made it more fun.
Also, I've never had more fun than staying up at 2 a.m, fighting the fuck out of each other for hours on end. Just me and you, 2 a.m. It was a 2019. Dude, we were doing this every day. Like, I'd be over here pretty much every weekend.
Yeah,
but we'd be doing it most of every day. And I wasn't even really good. Neither at the point you were absolute dog shit at Mortal Kombat 11. I was
for some time.
But then you got really good, and then it was fun. It would be neck and neck each match.
I was average because I had been playing Mortal Kombat X like crazy. I remember being younger and being so excited to see the trailer. I'd see so many gameplays. I'd see so many people play the game and stuff. And when I finally got my PS4, which is like 2 years ago.
I remember you said it didn't have anything. I told you at school, I was like, why don't you go buy a PS4? We'll play games together. And you're like, fuck it, yeah.
And I never had one because my parents never got around to actually buying one. I'd be like, I really want one, but we'd never get around to buying it. We'd always say, it's a good idea, maybe we should get you one.
We started like actually talking and getting together and shit like that. I got you to buy a PS4.
And then now look at me. I have a fucking PS2,
PS4, PS2, a 3, a gaming laptop.
It's kind of a gaming laptop.
It's a bigger, beefier laptop.
I'm definitely gonna just delete Warzone because I have it on a PS4 and I don't even play it that much, and I really need the space just to do these kinds of things.
Yeah.
But it's Mortal Kombat 11 is fun. Mortal Kombat X is forever my favorite. And Leatherface is just top tier meta, bro. Just fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You see. He wasn't even a usable character for competitions.
Yeah.
He was that good. But when I first started playing, my favorite fucking character was Kenshi. Kenshi was fucking awesome. I used the Kenjutsu one. I get
pissed whenever you play fucking Kenji.
It was fucking awesome though. It was fun, And but that's the thing, I feel like Mortal Kombat has the least amount of issues when it comes to like the community, but there's always those kinds of people who want to see older characters from the 3D era, or will say, hey, we need to change this, we need to change that, we want this guest character, we want that.
I'm sorry, last time I checked, who the fuck is in charge?
But that's the thing. That's the thing about every last gaming community. They're never, ever, ever going to be satisfied in their life.
The only way you're going to be satisfying to the Mortal Kombat community is to add any character who's ever existed in any piece of media ever.
Yeah.
And they still will whine and bitch because they don't have the correct skin in the correct way, the correct shade, the correct lighting.
Dude, when Aftermath came out and they released those Time Warrior skins,
that was so fucking...
Dude, I'm gonna promise you, I was so close to just fucking tearing up when I saw the Deception skin on Sub-Zero.
And Deception was coming from someone who didn't even play Deception.
Dude, Deception,
I love that skin. Well, my favorite skin is still
Deception was, or I don't know if it was Deception. It was on the PSP. When it was on the PSP, it was called Unchained. That was my first Mortal Kombat game ever, and the PSP was my first, one of my first game systems I had. And, that was one of the games I played so much. I played through the story mode and stuff, and it was just so much fun, dude. It was awesome. And just seeing something like that, there's people who had the PS2 and just things like that. it's fucking awesome. That's the other reason why people love playing these newer games, and that's there's always a certain amount of respect and a bit of a callback to these older things, like I mean sometimes it gets a bit repetitive, like I don't know, Nocturne Totem being reused as D Machina. I thought it was pretty cool. At least it wasn't like just Nocturne Totem. It would have been cool, but I could see why it's not its own map in Cold War. But hey, it's still fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And to think that video games would just be this kind of crazy thing. You have other titles like Minecraft and The Last of Us and God of War. God of War is fucking awesome. The first two games are torturous as shit, dude. And then the third one's more of a breeze. It's fucking fun. I loved it myself. I loved it a lot. It was just fucking awesome. Boss fights like every 20 minutes or something. Dude, I'm gonna be honest, the boss fights were way less challenging than the actual game in the first two. Like, in the first two games, you have more of a challenge trying to get through a certain part of the map than actually beating the boss. Because the bosses are so easy to learn. But these, dude, the satyrs in the game, oh my god, the most bastardized shit ever. And then, let's not talk about the controversy with The Last of Us Part 2. Or Cyberpunk.
Still a good game, that's all I'm gonna say.
Dude, The Last of Us Part 2...
No matter how you write The Last of Us Part 2...
It was still awesome.
I still had fun playing it. I remember because I borrowed it off you as soon as you finished playing it.
Yeah.
And I already voiced my displeasures with how they do it, because... it's already been out. Well, I was already upset that they killed Joel, that Abby was the way she is, and Ellie was... Not Ellie the way she is, but Ellie being fucking... Just her character design was weird. She was constantly hell-bent on vengeance.
Yeah, that was the thing. She was just...
Like...
She was just so fucking...
Just so much more different than she was in the first game.
I mean, she was just... I mean, she did grow older, and she did tend to have way
but
less of...
But at the same time, it was amazing, because it helped build up that bond that she had with Joel, despite the fight they had. The last time they talked, they had that fight.
Yeah, they had that fight.
About Joel punching the dude in the face.
But, no, she went... But we're talking about... The reason why their relationship was tainted after a while was because...
She figured out about the...
She went along to see what was going on, and then Joel was like... He just fessed up. He was like, kid, you ever act... This whole thing was supposed to go on, but I cared about you too much. I did not want it to happen. I chose you over the rest of the world. And she was like, what the fuck, bro?
And she seemed so pissed and hated him. But her reaction was not immediate when he died, but shown throughout the entirety of the game.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing, But then after that one... what's it called? That whole incident with the, in the dance, after them kissing and being called, like, whatever the fuck they were called. What were they called?
They were called, like, something lesbian.
Yeah, some kind of lesbian-related shit. They seem to have, just gotten along better. And if you pay attention to the dialogue, or if you let the dialogue flow through at least far enough...
Gotta love Naughty Dog games in their dialogue.
You hear that, that the day that Joel died, Ellie and Joel had plans to watch a movie and, try to,
get back together.
Try to build that relationship once more. That kind of father-daughter relationship that they had, because that was what everybody loved in the first one. And, and then you see in the second one that, he's just fucking killed right there. And everyone is mad, oh, we waited 7 years for this.
We waited 7 years and you killed our favorite character. We didn't even get the fucking place.
Like, everyone was just going on about that constantly, or then just going on about how Abby was built like a guy.
That was... But, and that's like, okay, let's look at this. Abby's built like a guy, but she's a soldier. She's like a soldier for them, and in this kind of world, you need to be built like that. Granted, yeah, it's not visually appealing to some people, but she's not made to be visually appealing.
What was that guy's name? Seth? That one guy she liked?
Yeah.
That was Seth. Yeah. He was gonna leave. He was tired of just fighting some kind of guerrilla war type shit. He couldn't even bear to kill someone after, like, he was able to kill a bunch of people and stuff, but then when he was gonna kill someone who was just like, he knew he wasn't gonna be able to fight against Seth, he was just like, just kill me now, bro. Yeah. He couldn't bear to do it. And, you just see him die later on because of Ellie and stuff. And, you see both of these points of view, and, it's kind of hard to choose between both of them. But, one of them actually has a chance of redemption and to do right by someone, which is Lem. Oh my god, you remember he got decked in the face? That was the funniest shit ever. Like, that dude just comes right in and just decks him right in the face. And not only that, his face hits the garage door, too. But, yeah, and then there's Ellie, you want to complain about, oh my god, why is, she's not, maybe she deserves it more than, Ellie, than Abby does. But, you see it right before your eyes. She's choosing revenge over, everything. She had a chance to just go off and live with Dina. She enjoyed it and everything.
Yeah,
but she
and
just
then
couldn't sleep.
she saddles back up to go after Abby after killing all her friends already.
Yeah.
Note that she killed her friends when one was pregnant.
Yeah, and it was just crazy shit.
It's one of those games where you can be pissed for the choices they make, but you can't deny the writing of it is great.
Yeah, it is.
I'm absolutely pissed at some of the decisions that were made in the game,
but that's
like the killing of Joel. But it also is important because it's the passing of the torch.
Yeah, it's like one of the stepping stones. And despite it, I'm trying not to be biased in this, but personally, it's
hard to be biased when about a game when the first 30 an hour of the game they kill a character you love.
Yeah, or it's like 2 hours or something. I don't know,
something like that.
But
the first bit of the game they kill Joel.
But even so, the graphics are still awesome. People do 4K. People actually, who do those good screenshots.
You gotta love Naughty Dog. They have great games.
They look so realistic.
I had that problem.
Jak and Daxter. I have the trilogy up there. Daxter was fucking awesome. Like the PSP game when he's like some kind of exterminator. Yeah. I remember playing through that. It was fucking fun. I have to find that again. I want to play it again. But you see, just franchises go like that. And speaking of franchises, let's talk about Halloween Kills.
Oh, the reboot, not the reboot, the continuation. I don't want to say reboot because it's not reboot. The continuation of the Halloween movie saga, if you will.
Yeah, but I love how the new Halloween kind of like takes its time in the beginning of the movie to just say, hey, all of that shit. No.
It happened.
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen?
No. The way they talk about it when they're like, how there's like that one movie where apparently Michael Myers is related to whatever her name is.
That was stupid, yeah.
Yeah, they were like,
don't even start me on the one with Buster Rhymes.
But then, anyways, there's like these kids walking to school. They're like, wasn't she related to him or something? It's like, no, I heard that was just a rumor. The way they do that was really cool.
Yeah,
it was fucking funny too. And,
but I can't.
And so the only thing that's actually connected to it is the original 1970s film.
What was awesome about the trailer is, we are the survivors of Michael Myers, and it showed each character and then their original inning in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
The trailer?
Yeah.
Did that? That was pretty cool to tie that in.
And then Halloween Kills, the sequel, that's supposed to take place just a few minutes after the new one.
Yeah, because they lit the house on fire. That trailer was awesome because I didn't know what I was watching at first because I didn't look at the title because it was just an ad on YouTube.
I was kind of upset to see the trailer because it just spoils the movie, and I'm just like,
I didn't know what because this popped up as a regular ad, and I didn't skip it because I didn't look at the title, and it was a burning house, and the firemen are coming in there, and someone pulls them down in the fire, and Michael's standing on the porch with an axe, and he kills them. It's like, that's badass.
Yeah, but then apparently Jamie Lee Curtis was apparently just pressuring the people and the writers of the movie to, hey, it needs to be about women, bro.
The what?
It needs to be about women. Apparently, that's what I heard.
Why the fuck would it be about women? It's a movie about a serial killer.
Yeah, that's what most people were saying, but hey, who cares? If it's good, I could care less.
Yeah, but why would it have to be? I mean, you can have that undertone about shit like that, but I personally don't know what to think about the movie. I'm still excited for it. I'm excited.
I personally liked the other Halloween movie. It was really good. It was pretty fun. It had its moments here and there, and it was awesome. And speaking of other sequels, there's a new Ghostbusters sequel as well with like some of the younger actors, some of the actors.
One of the kids from Stranger Things.
Yeah, Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
dude's like fucking skinny.
Paul Rudd, and then
Paul Rudd. Yeah,
Paul Rudd. What was cool about the trailer is it was all this impressive shit. The RCXD under the car.
You don't get your Black Ops
spinning chair out of the car. That was badass.
It was cool.
But as soon as I see Bill Murray pick up the phone and say closed.
We're closed.
That was cool as fuck.
No, but as soon as I saw that R60, I'm like, bro, these motherfuckers they've been playing too much Cold War, bro. Get off the fucking PlayStation 4, bro. But dude, it's I have my you have your weird kid, you have your mature kid. It's about kids. I feel like when you try making things about kids, it has to go a certain way because, especially when you're gonna just put a franchise right on it, it needs to go a certain way. Or it's not that it needs to go a certain way, but you have to do it right. Because sometimes that's not the case, or sometimes, you want it to be so crazy or something. You want to make the kids like the priority of it in some kind of way.
Yeah.
But, there's a way that it has to go, or else it could just be wrong, and you're now remembering this movie's like, oh, it's the movie with the kids who ruined this or that, or something like that. And to see that the old cast is coming back, it's a cool thing, but I also kind of hate it when, you want to make a reboot or a sequel or a remake of something, and you still include something from, like, the original cast. It's one thing for book adaptations to have the original author of the book, but it's another thing to have original actors from a remake. And sometimes it just feels like you're just taking less weight just so you can put it on the original actor because you're like, oh, there's Bill Murray or there's the original Ghostbusters. They're gonna be coming back. It's so
There he
awesome.
is.
Yeah, it's. I personally just hope this movie goes well. My expectations aren't that high. I usually don't tend to be like that with movies, but
Yeah.
I just hope it's good.
It's all we can do is hope for it.
We can just hope for it. I don't know when it comes out again. When does it come out? I don't know, but hopefully it's good. But as of now, it's looking okay. It's looking okay. And another sequel that we're going to be getting is Scream. Scream looks okay. You have Dylan Minnette, the actor who was made kind of famous for Goosebumps and 13 Reasons Why.
I actually never watched all 13 Reasons Why.
I watched a few episodes.
I know Brie makes references to it all the time. I never fucking understand them.
But I kind of hated the fact that they decided to make more seasons, even though they have nothing to do with the book. And but hey, Dylan Minnette is on something else. I heard that he's like in some kind of band. I heard one of their songs, Bored Yet, or something like that. It's kind of nice. It's got the chill, nice kind of mood.
Yeah.
But right, it's but right, and then there's Jack Quaid, who's got a beard for the first time since I think Logan Lucky. He was funny in Logan Lucky,
like a phone.
Yeah,
phone.
Yeah, it was fucking funny. Logan Lucky. You haven't watched it?
Watch it now.
Watch it, bro.
It's on Hulu.
It's one of those movies where your usual actors that you're used to seeing in a certain franchise are out of it. You have Daniel Craig, the James Bond, who so well.
I am incarcerated.
You see him as a vault busting hillbilly. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
You see him go from like some British special agent to a vault busting hillbilly. That's awesome, You see Channing Tatum.
Before I saw him as Bond, I saw him in that movie Munich.
No, I haven't seen it. But dude, you have Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum was good in that movie. You see Adam Driver. Adam Driver lands a lot of roles.
Cow to flower.
It's funny. You see Jack Quaid. You see other few funny appearances like Sebastian Stan. You see
and he was like a time Seth Green.
Seth
MacFarlane.
Seth
MacFarlane. What the fuck?
Seth MacFarlane. You see all these kinds of people and stuff. It's awesome, But right, let's get back on track. But if there's another movie that does that, Knives Out. You have Toni Collette, the one who was already known around that time for her brilliant, top tier performance in Hereditary, which I will not lie was really really great, along with everybody else's. Alex Wolff, awesome, fucking awesome. You see Daniel Craig in that too. You see Lakeith Stanfield, another actor who's definitely gonna be something later on. You know Lakeith Stanfield? He was in Get Out. He was that one guy who got abducted in the beginning and ended up being the guy who yelled at Daniel Kaluuya telling him to get out. That's Lakeith Stanfield. You remember Damani from Uncut Gems?
Yeah.
That's also Lakeith Stanfield. He's also in Knives Out. He's in another movie with Daniel Kaluuya, Judas and the Black Messiah, which is supposed to be one of those historical event movies about the Black Panthers. And, seeing actors like that, it's awesome, Steven Yeun is now going to be something a whole lot cooler. He's nominated for an Oscar in Nomadland, I think. No, it was Minari. And before that, you only knew him as Invincible. And before that, you only knew him as, what's his name again? Glenn from The Walking Dead. Yeah. Well,
Glenn from The Walking Dead played Invincible.
Yeah, that's Steven Yeun.
I didn't realize that was him.
Yep. And, but, right, let's get back.
Oh, we got to go on. We got to cover Invincible.
Oh, yeah. But,
even though we haven't finished it, we'll talk up to the point you got.
We'll cover it in a different time.
Yeah, we gotta cover it eventually.
But yeah, you see actors like that. And speaking of, what was I gonna bring up before that? Fuck. Yeah, let's move on. But speaking of actors being something greater, Dave Bautista was actually
he was in Blade Runner too.
He was in Blade Runner, but as soon as he was casted for Dune,
he felt like the approval.
He felt like he could actually now leave wrestling.
Yeah, I saw that.
And not use it much as a stepping stone, and actually, try to get into the acting world because he plays as one of the bad guys in Dune. And Dune, holy fuck! Have you seen the trailer for Dune?
I've seen multiple trailers for Dune.
Or just like the main one? Like,
yeah.
Did you was it in the Venom Carnage?
Yeah, I saw. There was 2 trailers I saw for Venom.
Or like when you were watching Venom,
when I saw Dune, I saw 2 trailers.
Yeah, dude, that movie looks awesome. And it's being on. It's going to be in IMAX. You know, I purchased my 2 tickets for that, and I'm excited to see it this Thursday for opening night.
Yeah, I wish I could go. I wish I brought my tickets in time.
Dude, like, and then you know, that same night is going to be the French Dispatch. You can just get your double feature Timothy Chalamet right there. And then, dude, he's gonna be the new Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
There was the first look, and some people are, they're like, hey, this is cool. Some people are like, hey, come on, bro, have a new idea. And I'll admit, we should get new ideas, but still something nice. Apparently, the ending of the movie, which was apparently revealed by script, is apparently him thinking up the idea about the competition with the golden ticket. That's what apparently the movie's going to end with. Which hopefully would. It'd be cool.
Yeah.
But either way, you're not confirming that it's the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka. And, just Dune in general. If you know Denis Villeneuve, you know what this movie could bring. And if you've read the book, if you've seen the movie, you also have more of a brief idea about what this movie can bring you. But there's one thing that this movie has, which is part of the movie. Or part of the book. It's not going to be both parts. Because you've seen what David Lynch's Dune had and was everything. And that's the problem. You're trying to cram in everything into one small movie. Like the Justice League. Did the Justice League do that?
Which one?
Not the Snyder Cut one, just the normal Justice League. Didn't it try to cram like a million things
into
one
movie? Yeah, it tried to
movie?
cram way too much shit in there. Because no one had the only people who had their solo movie was Wonder Woman. I think. No, I think actually Wonder Woman got her movie after Justice League.
No, she did. She got it after.
Yeah, no one had their own solo movie
besides Superman and
Superman had Man of Steel,
and then
we already knew Batman.
Batman,
Batman vs Superman was his little introduction.
It was a bit of a solo movie. It was all right, but come on, man.
What was good though was since we've already had all of their intro movies besides Cyborg, but Cyborg's got his own a good quarter of Justice League is meant for Cyborg's introduction. Yeah. Everyone gets their own mini introduction. But we've already had their movies to know who they are.
Yeah.
So they don't have to spend as much time on that. So most of it built for Cyborg since he didn't have his movie yet.
But let's go back to the Snyder Cut and Dune and some of the other movies we've mentioned, like A Clockwork Orange. The one thing that I hate so much about these movies is that these directors had a very brilliant idea of making a longer version of them. And they did. Dune has a 5-hour version, which I'm assuming is because it was both parts, not just one part. And the only reason we knew about that was because Jason Momoa was like, bro, release the longer version. Because it's not always up to the directors. If it weren't for,
Warner Bros. Were shutting down the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, if it weren't for Stanley Kubrick, or if it weren't for, him being forced to hire 2 assistant directors, A Clockwork Orange would have been 4 hours long. Instead, they clipped around 90 minutes, which is...
I am all up for long ass movies.
Yeah, I'm up for that too.
There's a reason for them.
I would have loved to have seen A Clockwork Orange be 4 hours long because there were a few other things from the book. Have you seen A Clockwork Orange?
Yeah,
and have you read the book?
I've read the book. I've seen some.
The book is really good. I personally liked it. It's just a bit hard to read just because of the slang terms, because it's in England around the 60s. Yeah. Or it was written around that time, but it's supposed to take place in the future.
Yes.
But dude, the book or the movie is extremely faithful to the book. It's like this. Yeah. It's just a carbon copy. It's almost like animes being cartoons.
Yeah.
Or it's like animes being adapted from mangas. They're extremely faithful there's a few things that have been taken off. Or a few things have been changed slightly, but it's still the same idea. Mm-hmm. And, Dune is supposed to have like a 5-hour cut. The Snyder Cut does have a 4-hour cut, which, thank you God, bro. That's awesome.
But come at a price, that was the end of the Snyder trilogy.
Yeah, or,
until the toxic fans start demanding more and more and more and more.
But usually, Warner Bros. Is unfortunately not the nicest. I actually, there was a rumor a few weeks back, or months ago actually, that Disney was apparently wanting to buy DC. The only reason why I'd only be happy about that is because Disney has the money for it. But they're not going to have the ratings for it. They're going to want to make it like a kid show, which, thank God it's not.
And that's fucking Teen Titans Go face ass.
Right. You have cartoons for that. But
that is the absolutely worst.
I hope something
DC
does come up that will give DC what they really deserve. Because DC is awesome. It's really, I personally prefer it than Marvel because DC has these way better and crazier things than Marvel because Marvel usually has the same kind of taste, you know.
Yeah.
You know what's to come. You have this and that. And it's all right, but still, come on, man. DC has like just crazier shit, and you know, it's
The bigger projects.
It's there. There's bigger projects, and you know these, you know, or maybe I'm just missing out on the wrong comics, or you know, because we're not talking about movies, we're talking about comics at this point. They're just crazy. Some of these characters, you know, have the most mind-messing kinds of things. You know, these characters are way more grittier or more evil, like the Joker. You know, you know, there's a bunch of evil things he does, like uniting all of Robins and like carving their faces, including his own, or killing Gordon's wife, or just things like that. It's fucking crazy, you know. And you know, to think that some certain movies will not go that direction is just upsetting. It's terrible, you know. The only time a movie will follow along with a book if the book is dedicated to someone's memory or someone's story. Besides that, nope, it's not gonna go that way. And you know, speaking of the Joker, I feel like when it comes to him, it's just there's never really been a bad one. I mean, I won't. I'll say that that you know Leto was pretty cool as a Joker. He would
edgy face.
He was you know he was like your I don't know what to exactly say about him in the Suicide Squad. He looked cool. Some shots were cool, like when he's laying with all the knives around him and stuff.
That was pretty
cool stuff, you know. But the way they just wasted Jared Leto, I feel like he could have pulled it off. Besides, I mean, the laugh is something you have to get used to, but hey, you know, it's still good. Yeah.
Face ass.
You know, and then when you see him in the Snyder Cut as just like some kind of dream, it's still cool too. You know what's funny about that?
It wasn't as a dream.
Or I don't know what it was.
That was the nightmare.
Yeah, some
future,
kind of
timeline.
Yeah, and you know with the whole you know the Martian and Batman scene was filmed in Snyder's backyard.
Yeah,
and they didn't. The
whole nightmare scene was filmed in his backyard.
It was filmed in his backyard. He couldn't pay them either.
Yeah,
because Warner Bros. Wasn't giving money.
He asked them if they'd be interested to do it. They couldn't get paid. They agreed.
Yeah, they did. And you know that now then you just see what kind of dicks you know Warner Bros. Is.
Warner Bros. Is a habit of shorting out on cash.
Yeah.
The Mortal Kombat movie, for example, some of these fucking costumes are ass.
Yeah.
Jax's arm.
I mean, those were CGI, and then it's you know, let's talk about Mortal Kombat. You know, the new movie, top tier. It's really good compared to the other ones too. Let's not even start with you know you know with let's not start with you know the Annihilation. It has one of the worst dialogue scenes ever.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
It's like, Mother, you're alive. Too bad you
will not
be. What the?
I mean, there are actors who can sell bad dialogue. Bruce Campbell, for example.
Oh yeah.
But that motherfucker cannot sell that. Even Bruce Campbell can't sell that.
But right. But you know, this new Mortal Kombat movie, it was pretty cool. You know, like the weird, what was it called again?
Speaking of that, the worst dialogue I've ever seen Bruce Campbell sell is that scene from Ash vs. Evil Dead when he's in the bathroom fucking the chick. He's like, he's like, yeah, how you like my wood?
And he's
slapping with the wooden hand. He's like, yeah, how you like my wood? He's like,
God. But right, that's like
that was purposely supposed to be stupid, but still, he couldn't sell it.
What was that thing supposed to be? Like, I don't even remember what it was called. That one thing that was like the dragon tattoo, like what was it? Their chakra or something, bro.
Yeah, that didn't play much importance. It was like marking people who could unlock their abilities.
It was pretty cool the way you'd get it. I see how that's a cool turn.
Shut up, sit down, and pass me a fucking egg roll. I'm glad that one was rated R.
That was cool enough, dude. It's Mortal Kombat.
I know it needs to be rated R.
It needs to be, but right. Let's get back to that. You know, but the pacing was the only problem. Mm-hmm. That was it. I know. I've seen everyone's review. And the only problem most people have with it is the pacing. And, you know, I'm pretty sure the writers are going to learn from that, for sure, and definitely make the sequel better.
Yeah.
To mention, we don't even have Johnny Cage in this. It's actually pretty funny and cool.
And that, he's going to be in the sequel, though. But I'm a little shitter shattered they killed off Cabal. That motherfucker was cool.
Dude, they killed off a lot of people.
His voice and his costume.
He's going to get his soul. He was like, what's going on? He's going to get
his soul sucked.
Like you see him in the movie, and they're like, what's going on? He's going to get his soul sucked.
I love the scream right before dude,
It's like Cabal. Cabal is just
Cabal and
Cabal himself is just the funniest, most sarcastic,
but his
human
voice
character ever.
Something about his voice was just like I loved it. His voice, the muffled from the mask.
He always has a cool
mask.
voice.
Like the guy they got for that one was pretty cool.
The one in Mortal Kombat 11 is also awesome.
Yeah,
Cabal was also one of my favorite characters as a kid. When I saw him in Mortal Kombat 11,
I was like,
holy shit! But right, and speaking of which, it's also funny how in Mortal Kombat 11 when they have their guest characters, they brought in the Joker. And most people were demanding to see Heath Ledger's Joker or the new Joker from the Joker movie, which the Joker movie was actually pretty cool. You see,
we'll get to that, but,
it's quite cool how, and it's funny too how Martin Scorsese was gonna make a Joker movie until he just like,
I'm good.
He wasn't like I'm good, but like he just had a bunch of other things going on. He had that one movie with Andrew Garfield going on.
Oh yeah.
And then there was also The Irishman, dude. Pesci rejected that role for Russell Buffalino 40 times. No, 50 times. Until he was convinced by Robert De Niro. I was like, holy shit. Because the dude's retired. He doesn't act that much anymore. He never has. Like, he's only landed himself very good or memorable roles, but since then he just hasn't done anything. And Russell Buffalino is probably not going to, be probably going to be one of his last roles with Scorsese's movies. And, back to the Joker, that new Joker movie was... I remember we went to go watch it in the theater.
Yeah, I remember we had trouble getting in.
Yeah, but, it was all solid. It was all good. And, personally, I enjoyed it.
Me too.
It was awesome, Joaquin's performance was awesome, too. There was a bunch of other awesome performances in that movie, too. Like, DiCaprio, I can't remember everybody else's performance. But 2019, in general, was the best year for movies. You had El Camino, or the Breaking Bad movie. You had 1917. You had John Wick Chapter 3, Midsummer, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You had, holy crap, I can't even name all these movies because there were so many. And I remember naming a good chunk of them. There was also Parasite. Parasite was really fun.
I didn't watch Parasite.
Oh, I liked it myself. It was pretty cool. It's quite funny, too. It's got its humor. And, to just look back at that year, it was really cool. We had a lot going on that year, too. Myself and everything. But back to this Joker topic, to see a Joker just kind of be formed that way, I think the one reason why we never get sick and tired of these Jokers is because they always kind of go in a different direction, in a different way. Like, the one we see is already crazy, but he just thinks about this whole story and this whole crazy thing inside of an asylum. How crazy is that?
My Joker, first looking into it, was kind of a mind fuck of a movie. Until you look into it, it's like, oh, that makes a lot more sense. Like the clocks, the time weren't moving and shit like that.
Yeah, it was just all in one big moment. And
then it was all in his head. And then the real thing that happened is him killing and breaking out.
But one thing that I did, one thing that I did see, or when I first saw the trailer, I was kind of skeptical about it. I was like, is this going to be a good movie? Is this not? It was awesome,
Yeah.
But, let's, move on from that. And, just to, finish this whole thing off, it's, you see movies and video games and books are being adapted into things. And it's, video game adaptations aren't always the best.
Yeah.
But Mortal Kombat was close enough to being pretty good. And, to see that, there's like so many things that, happen, that just means one thing for us. More podcast episodes.
Yeah.
And we're definitely going to have one. Hopefully next week we get one.
Hopefully next week.
Yeah. But we're going to try to focus on getting this one out.
I got to focus on my fucking work before I can do more of these.
Yeah.
I got to make sure everything's all set up.
Yeah. But, besides that, it's just been the Horsemen. And, well, we'll definitely cover more topics. We'll definitely, try to bring more to the table. I'll definitely try to finish Squid Game to talk more about it, or just make a video on it. Besides that, signing out, bro.
Yeah. I went rather well.